Anyway, because I don't have an advanced player guide.
I've just noticed that because I found some typos today in the guide to Corvosa, so I updated it, and I've obviously deleted the module my Fantasy Grounds folder, which is not a good move. So let's see if I might have to see if I actually do have it in my... Yes, I do have it in my recycle bin. So it was deleted today, so I can restore that. But the odds are I will probably have to restart Fantasy Grounds to load it back in. I need to load it back in because a load of stuff doesn't work without it. So sorry, guys. Good start for today, isn't it?
That's all right. Yeah. I can do some shit.
As long as we don't start with crit fails, we're good here.
Right. Restarting Fantasy Grounds, in we go. There we go. Good way to start the session. I was going to do some blurb on Corvosa and suddenly realised I didn't have the Corvosa. Right, now I'm going to have to... I don't know about you, but why is it's still playing the sound effects for me?
Yeah.
It is, yes.
Well, it's a different program. Why would it stop if you reboot Fantasy Grounds?
Well, yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
No.
I mean,
I don't know what you means, I'm afraid.
well, I'm curious to see if I have to send out a new link now, is what I'm thinking, but we'll see. Okay. Combat tracker, sound context. Yes to all.
Yeah, the one that is shown in the
Good, it worked.
official Pathfinder maps is called the Tumanexa School, THEU, and it's in the on the East Shore.
See if I've
But
got the
once she got suspended, she would have, like rented a room in Midland, so she didn't have to go back to Whistledown in disgrace or anything.
and we're back, so we can start the sound effects back up again. Yes, the sound
It
effects back up
started
again.
the same link.
Yep, it should have done. Okie dokie. Right, now with that, while you're still all connecting, that's not a problem. So, welcome to Corvosa. Corvosa sits at the end of Conqueror's Bay, where the Yagar River spills into the sea. The city feels the spirit of the land formed by two sharp turns in the Yagar River and the Endrin Isle, which splits the river at its mouth. With a few outlying areas on the river's far shore, Corvosa stands on two hills: Garrison Hill on Endrin Isle and Citadel on the mainland. The Narrows of St. Ica separate Endrin Isle from the shore. Off the coast to the south, the Citadel crest raises Jagger Isle, a small rock jutting up from the sea that provides foundations for a small fort. 5 landmarks give Corvosa a distinctive skyline. 3 of these landmarks exist on a truly colossal scale and has survived. I can't speak today. Survived for millennia. Castle Corvosa stands atop the Grand Mastabasta, a massive pyramid that rises to a flattened top. The pillar wall stretches across the southern end of Citadel Hill, a 100-foot tall reminder of what must once have been a magnificent barrier. Beyond the western terminus of the pillar wall stands the gatefoot, which originally belonged to part of the wall and likely served as part of the gateway of some kind. 2 other landmarks, while impressive, do not come close to the size or grandeur of the ruins. Standing at the northernmost point of the Merciless Cliffs, the Great Tower reaches 270 feet into the air and serves several military roles for the city. Directly south of it stands the equally impressive Hall of Summoning, the centre of operations for the Academy. And I do believe, what I should have done, with a map while I was doing all of that, but so you could actually see what I was talking about.
Well, that's a blow for morale.
There you go. There's Corvosa. So it's the map of Corvosa where we start our tale. As you can see, it's sort of, as you can see, there's the Yaga River, as they said, and obviously there's the Narrows where all the bridges are. It takes you into Old Corvosa. There's this. You've got all sorts of lovely, wonderful things. Wonderful, many wonderful sights to see in this wonderful town. Okie dokie.
Wonderful old Corvosa.
Indeed. So, well,
it's not a hot link map. I guess that's the GM one then.
it is.
But this map.
Right. Well,
Yeah, see over there where the T9 is on the East Shore? That's the school she went to, the Tumanexa School.
T9.
It's over on the East Shore, way up in the corner. See, I had to map all this out because if all this stuff ain't clear in my head before the game.
no, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's fine. Right. Oh, right. Can you see the pins, but you can't click on them, or can you not see the pins?
No, we can't see the pins.
That's okay then. Because possibly you don't want to. Yeah, that's the gem map for me. Anyway, when our tale begins, all of you have not met one another. All of you are in Corvosa for your own reasons, but all of you hold. I've lost it. Yep. Command. So each I've lost my train of thought. Sorry for that. Each card appears sometimes.
It just got derailed.
Okay.
Is all.
Okay,
I'm
so
missing a module. I'm trying
what
to
module?
load for Umbral Unmasking, one of my hindrances. It says it's not loaded. I've loaded everything that's available in modules.
You know what's happened. It's because this is the fun of playtesting. You created your character with an older version of with an older version of the rule book, and obviously I've completely redone it since then, I suspect.
I've
Oh,
got. I
wonder
can't
if that
open the
one will
advanced
do it.
player's guide.
I'll try that one.
I'd
Probably because
certainly,
I've got a dev copy
No,
of it
it
and I
didn't
won't
work.
download the real one.
Yeah, I can't see the advanced player's guide in the modules.
okay, let
Yeah,
me check. Let me check that. Oh, maybe that's why you can't see it. Advanced.
Have you
Oh.
got it hidden for players?
Oh, there it is. It's there now. Let's try. That did it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Silly me. Okay, so in the
Right,
weeks
okay.
in the weeks before our tale begins, each of you
Hurrah.
found something most perplexing. Might have been in a book you were studying, or at an altar you've been tasked with cleaning, or you just found you find this a card in your pocket one day. Or maybe even you found it in your tankard at the pub. Who knows? But all of you basically find yourself having this card. It's on one side of the card. It has an illustration. You recognise it as being part of what they call the Harrow deck in Varisia. On the other side, the image is unmarred, but written on the back in bold ink is a short message.
I know what Gadron has done to you. He has wronged me as well. I know where he dwells, yet cannot strike at him. Come to my home at 3 Lances Street at sunset. Others like
She's quiet for you. She's quiet for me.
Gadron must face
No,
his
she's
fate,
fine.
and justice must be done.
Which Harrow card was it on?
Oh, now you're just being annoying, aren't you? Because I know you're going to want to know that.
Sorry, I thought you'd already planned it. Doesn't matter.
I forgot. I've been doing everything else. You know, I had a list of things, and the amount of things I managed to forget today is ridiculous. Doesn't help that the module's the wrong one. It would be the card that would be most closely associated with classes. Where's the book? Right, let me get my manual and have a look at the book. It's going to be like that. I thought yours. If you really must know about the card.
I think we should.
I think you probably should. Right, Thaddeus, you're first, aren't you? Let's have a look. You're first on the character sheets, I should say. So,
Right.
the card you have. Okay, well, actually, I can actually show you the card.
That's cool.
What's cool?
That he can show us the card that we've actually got. And then we'll be able to drag it in as a link into our journals and save it and stuff.
I was trying to see if I could save the handout as a link in my journal.
You can.
You
I'm
can.
trying to work out how.
You just drag the link.
come over
You
here,
should be
I'll
able.
show
To,
you.
you should be able to drop the link onto your journal. Did you get the card? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've got it. I figured it out. I was just
Yep,
doing it in
yep,
the wrong
yep.
way.
Yeah, you just drop it in. It went in right above my background.
Cool.
Right, so you got the card and
On the back is written the text.
So
I've got
that
the front of the card then. I don't
Yeah.
know what the text
Handout
is.
one is the other.
Handout
Bit,
one's
if
the
you
back of
look
the
at-
text.
So I'm guessing that when I was looking for Jakal after being booted from school,
That one.
helped me out that somebody whispered to me that he might have got hooked up with this Gadron dude.
Indeed.
Right, so I've got a picture of the card.
Yep.
And what do I do with it?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. It's just that's the card you found one day. You don't know how you got it. You don't know where it came from. On the front is the
Read
picture.
The card.
What do you mean you can't read the card?
Has it got text on it?
The
You've got a
handout
cut-
one.
Handout one is the back of the
1-1.
card. You have the
I know
card.
what Adrian has done to you. He's wronged
Right,
me as
okay.
well.
Yeah, right, okay, right. Loading. Player loading.
Sorry, I didn't mean to snap.
think
It was
you
just
need a
like I'm losing the
coffee.
plot here.
Okay, yes, right. So the notice on handout 1-1 is on the back of the card.
Yes.
Groovy. Why didn't you say that then?
He did multiple
Okay.
times.
I'm going to murder someone in a minute.
Yes.
I should have. I'm taking too long on this one. Sorry.
Oh, take your time. This is the first session of the whole long campaign.
Indeed, indeed, it is.
Might as well get all your ducks in a row now.
Aha, that will do.
I was waiting for that.
Okay,
Oh
that
yeah,
gets
I
a-
forgot one of them has a mad duck partner, right?
That's right. That's why I
Indeed.
laughed.
I wasn't thinking about that when because my son-in-law raises ducks, and they're always telling him you need to get all your ducks in a row, and he's going, I don't know about you, but my herding ducks is like herding cats; they don't go in rows.
Ah, cool. Thank you.
That sounds a fun one. There we go. Everyone should have got their card. I'll have to sort one out for Jiminy, won't I? Druid, isn't he?
He is. A druid
Fine.
goblin.
So if I open up his character sheet, go to his notes tab, he hasn't got his background. On handout 1, I put the shortcut for handout 1, and then under the module I've just closed, annoying.
Timone's character a gnome or a goblin?
Gnome druid.
Yeah, that's what I thought he said. It was a new gnome.
Oh, I found the card and I forgot. Oh yeah, that'll do. I'll give him his card. There we go. Okay, right. So, sorry about that. I knew there was some. I know when you think, there's something I've forgotten. I pulled up.
And
So,
of course, I find it for you straight away.
indeed. Okay. Right. Does anyone wish to make a common knowledge check, or find it, or just ask around and find out anything about Bartlett Street if you're interested, or do you just want to go there?
Do I get a bonus as a native Corvosan?
I'll give you a +2.
I change my dice colour in a bit when I decide what I want.
Been a student here for about a year, and I've had the little.
Yep. So, yep, that's absolutely fine. Okie dokie. Right. Walker and Leia obviously don't know anything about it, but Thaddeus and Sassafras and Gastus, you learn that it's the home and fortune telling shop of a Varisian woman named Zalara.
Zalara.
So, Gastus and Thaddeus, I need you to both roll a d20, or d12 if you've hidden them. Just both roll a d20. That's the easiest way to go.
Of course, I've hidden the D20, so I'll have to unhide it. Give me a sec.
Or just type /die d20.
/die, is it? Not right. I did
/die
/r.
d20. So that, yeah, I have always
there we
hidden it as well. Yeah. Okay, Thaddeus, can you beat a 16?
On what?
A d20.
On a D20, right.
Sorry, what was her name? It began with L, didn't it?
Oh, very nearly a 20. That's just,
Indeed. What, Zalara?
Zalara, that's it. It had an L in it. It's almost the same.
Okay, well, in that case, what that means is, Gastius, you are first to arrive
Okay.
at Zalara's shop/home. So the interior of this small, humble home consists of a single cozy chamber filled with a fragrant haze of flowers and strong spice. The aroma comes from several sticks of burning incense smouldering in wall-mounted burners that look like butterfly-winged elves. The smoke gives the room a dreamy feel. The walls are draped with brocaded tapestries, showing a black skulled beast juggling human hearts, another showing a pair of angels dancing atop a snow-blasted mountain. A third tapestry on the wall depicts a tall hooded figure shrouded in the mist, holding a flaming sword in a skeletal hand. Several brightly coloured rugs cover the floor, but the room's only furnishings are a wooden table covered by a red throw cloth and several elegant tall-back chairs. A basket covered by blue cloth sits under the table. When you knock on the door, there's no answer. The door is basically trying the door, and you find it opens quite simply, Gastus. As you step inside, you notice on the table, weighed down with a stone paperweight, a note.
I say, hello?
Thank you.
Have
Well.
we all gone in there, or is it just?
No, just him.
Oh right.
Oh, okay. I will reach underneath the table and pull out the basket and see what's in there.
She's not talking, is she?
Yeah.
Who's not talking? Other.
Shortly. Please have a seat while you wait. The basket under the table contains bread and drink for you.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
you
I
read
shall-
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You,
shall get the basket under the table.
yeah, there's food and wine in the basket.
Is it
yeah.
decent wine?
The bread is a little stale but filling, and the wine, while not fine, tastes good enough.
I will toast Caden Kylian with my first swig, and take myself a seat at sort of the head end of the table. Put my feet up, crossed on the table, and lean back, having a drink.
So, after a period of time of an undetermined amount, Thaddeus appears. Right, I was looking for something that I've just realised I'm missing from the sound pack, so I'm just trying to find. I'm just thinking if I could find it. It'd be nice to have it there. Come on.
I will toast him as he comes in. I imagine you're not Mistress Zalara, I shall say, not bothering to get up.
Yeah, he closes. Yeah, so I just wanted the nice door sound effect, so as everyone comes in, you close the door behind you. Thaddeus enters the room and looks around. Have you left the note on the table, or?
I've left the note on the table, and as he comes in, I toast him with the goblet of wine that I've got. And said, greetings. I imagine you are not Mistress Zalara. If you are, you're certainly not what I was expecting. I see a man of little words.
Indeed.
Very well.
Indeed, we'll leave him alone. Okay, then who's next? Sassafras. You hear the door open and close again. A gnome walks in with a shock of bright green hair, apparently.
Greetings, Gastus will say, still with his feet on the table. I had heard Mistress Zalara was a human of Varisian descent. I imagine you are not she.
Sassafras laughs and goes, no, and she sweeps a deep bow because, well, that's what humans do, and go, Sassafras Teaberry at your service.
With a surprising display of agility, the rakish-looking human sort of uncrosses his legs, swings them down to the ground and leaps up, does a deep bow in return, all the time not not once does his goblet go for anything other than level. Gustus Lentinius, at your service, sir. A pleasure to meet you.
I'm guessing that you are some of the others that the person that wrote this, and she tosses her card on the table, that left this note for me, would be
So
here.
it would appear. When you toss the note on the table, do you toss it with the picture side up or the note side up?
The note side.
Okay, so I can't see the picture. That's fine.
While you were talking, the door opened and closed again, and a catfolk entered.
I will give a nod to her, and when Sassafras has finished saying what she's saying, I will say, "Good evening, Gustus Lentinius, at your service, sir. It appears the Lady Zalara has left us bread and wine to enjoy. Is she?" And he gestures at the other note that's on the table next to the one Sassafras has thrown down. It says she will be with us shortly. I'll then point at Thaddeus and say, "This fellow doesn't seem to speak. At least he's not chosen to yet. Either he's dumb, rude, or I don't know, something else."
Whereas you have enough speech for us all, I see. Leia, at your service.
Gastus Lentinius, as I said, and this is Mistress Teaberry.
Pleasure.
Ooh! Ah, finally, the ball gag comes out. So, hang on, in case I got to this, and that chain has to come off, and that bolt needs to come out. Right, so okay, got the manacles. I've got the manacles. Yes, I've just come out of prison, so yeah, ball gags. Don't talk about it. Yes, meet myself and my companion. I've just escaped prison.
Your companion?
Do
Yes.
we see a companion when he
Yes,
says...
a giant shadow of a monster enters the room, and then you realise the shadow's been cast by a small but dead duck.
Small dead duck?
A small dead duck.
And here was I thinking my shadow would be the strangest in the room.
Do I notice anything about your shadow?
You can make a notice roll.
Now all of a sudden, Sassafras has noticed the shadows and starts making little shadow hands.
I guess the room's not particularly cooperative to noticing shadows.
Fair enough.
I didn't.
Oh.
Well, our hostess has left us bread and wine. The wine is passable. The bread, slightly less so.
I'll help myself to some wine.
Door. I don't know if he hasn't spoken up yet, but I'm getting another person has arrived.
Yeah, you don't hear the door open or close, but you do see a goblin standing just inside the door, kind of looking around warily.
And when Sassafras spots the goblin, she sniffs and wrinkles her nose like she smells something really bad and moves to the other side of the table.
Pleasure.
Hi. I'm Vorka. I'm Vorka. We're supposed to meet somebody here, yes?
So it would appear.
Yes. She's left us food and wine while we wait.
Gastus Lentinius, at your service. Gastus says with another deep bow.
To whisper, ignore that.
Mistress Teaberry, Leah, a nameless gentleman with a dead duck. Okay, so your name, sir?
Sorry, gentleman with a duck, did you say?
Yes, your name, sir.
My name is Thaddeus Wildsoul.
Master Wildsoul, you had us at a disadvantage.
Are you going to eat that? Because I know how to cook duck really, really well.
Yeah, I'm glad I've got you at a disadvantage because I don't know who you are and I don't trust any of you.
I look round at the sound of the bell.
That was me awarding a Benny.
Oh, I thought that was somebody had walked into the shop.
No, it was. Yeah, you'll get used to those in the background.
Well, if you can improve it to a normal palate, young Master Vorka, perhaps I would join you in a meal. But it does look like it's been, well, it is an ex-duck. It has ceased to be. It is not merely pining for the pond.
Trust me, it didn't taste very nice the first time I ate it.
Ew.
You, sir, are a very strange gentleman, Master Wild Soul, but
That was
Well,
yes, that was that. The duck was the duck. Well, the leftovers of the duck were some prison food that the guard thrown in, and I wasn't I was sitting in the darkness, wishing myself to die, as you do, having been betrayed, accused of a crime I didn't commit, and locked in prison. I was sitting there crying into my dinner, and so I didn't expect it to wake up and start answering questions.
for a moment, I'll
talk
just sort of
to
stand there
your
with
duck.
my mouth slightly open. And say, well, there are many things in Corvosa that I've seen that have been strange, and you, sir, are one of the strangest. But well,
And Sassafras mutters on his breath, I wouldn't say strange, but possibly mad.
The duck is something unusual, but we all see it, so perhaps he's same as you or I.
that says an awful lot for all of our sanity. To your health, I will say, and pour myself some more wine.
I will drink to his
And
toast.
and she looks at and looking at Gastus, you said that you were nearly starving. Well, there's bread here and wine, and it's probably better than anything that might have been in prison.
I'll tear off a chunk of the bread and sit down with my wine and eat.
Waiting for Jiminy to come back from making himself a drink.
I wonder when our erstwhile host shall join us.
Well, I'm kind of curious as to what it is she wants with. I'll look around at this group going, us.
My immediate thought would be revenge.
I would tend to agree with you, Mistress Lear. If your notes are similar to mine, it would seem that we all have a common enemy.
Well, I'm not sure he's my enemy. I just had word that this young man that I was looking for, he used to help us out after school, run errands for us and whatever. And I'm currently on leave of absence from school. And I was looking for him to help me get settled in and run some errands for me. And he seemed to have kind of disappeared. And in searching around for him, this name came up as someone who might know what happened to him. But I don't know that he's my enemy.
He's one of his lambs, then.
In
Fear the worst.
If you are looking for a child that had been lost to Gadron Lamb, indeed, that man has had an ill effect on myself and my family. But there is one thing above all for which I would like to have words with him. Once I can find that foul fiend, I shall go up to him and I shall say, Gadron Lamb, my name is Gastus Lentinius. You killed my brother. Prepare to die.
Well, we have like you said something about him and children. Jakal has already had a really, really kind of a rough life from what I could tell, but he doesn't talk about it much. But I should hate for him to fall into something worse.
Adrian preys on the weak. He uses them.
Is everyone happy to partaking of the food out of interest?
Yeah, I'm eating some bread and drinking some wine.
I'm
sure that
drinking.
was just of interest.
Sassy just turned her nose up at all of it because she's more curious now that these others seem to know of this person, and all she knows is that he might be able to tell her something about her missing friend.
How do
Jimmy
we know
got
the
back from
food's
his
not
tea yet?
poisoned? How do we know the food's not poisoned?
we don't.
Well, if they poisoned this bread is really, really fresh. So
Delicious bread.
I don't think that they would have poisoned it.
It's
Okay,
small.
okay, it would appear. Okay, the door opens and closes a final time. A second gnome walks in.
They both has green hair like the other one.
Hmm.
A relative of yours, Mistress Teaberry? Gastus will say in an incredibly racialist kind of a way, because two gnomes with green hair clearly must be related.
You don't know much about.
Sorry, I beg your pardon?
Coloring in our people has nothing to do with ancestry. It has to do with kind of a random, like, luck of the draw.
Oh, I see. Thank you for the education.
Well, I'm actually the first gnome, not the second gnome.
You're the second gnome to arrive.
Well, am I really?
Well, greetings, sir. I am Gastus Lentinius. You appear to have us at a disadvantage, but this is Mistress Teaberry, he says, gesturing to the other gnome, Mistress Leah, Master Vorka, and Master Wildsoul.
Anonymity Midge at your service.
Sorry, would you say that again?
Anonymity Midge.
Acnominimidge. Very good, sir.
A second gnome? Is it a second gnome in Wales? Because that's expensive on the council tax.
Ouch.
Righty ho.
You know that penny I gave you earlier, Kath? It's coming back.
I didn't write that. Alan Rowe did.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. That does. Oh.
Okay. The door. I said the final time, but one additional time, the door opens and closes.
We should be selling tickets, you know.
Would this be Mr. Solara that we're expecting?
Hang on. I probably lost where I've definitely lost the plot there. Yep. A woman enters. She enters her home with a smile and thanks everyone for coming to visit and takes a seat. She appears to be an attractive middle-aged Varisian woman with long dark hair. She allows you to all introduce yourselves to her, and as she basically produces a harrow deck from her pocket, and as you all talk and introduce yourself, she just idly shuffles the cards.
And nobody else gets a chance to introduce themselves because Gastus stands up, bows, and introduces everybody.
That's fine. Does anyone have the gambling skill? I haven't checked.
No. Or at least
No.
I don't.
That's absolutely fine. I just wanted to know that's fine. She also
I very nearly had it, but then I got thievery instead.
She gestures at the seats. You notice that in total there are 6 seats around the table. There are some additional seats, almost identical, but they appear to be stacked in a corner of the room.
You mean
She
excluding the one she sat on?
And she's sitting in a comfy chair. These seats are all identical. The point I'm trying to make is the she put out 6 seats, and she gestures for you to sit on them. That's okay.
Well,
That's okay. It's only
assuming she sent 6 invites, that's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they all
Indeed.
the same? There's 6 identical chairs, so these are human-sized chairs, right?
Three are actually smaller, identical but smaller in size and height. And obviously designed for littler folk in mind.
Well, Sassafras will go sit and, go over to one of those small chairs, and then she'll sweep her cloak around and make a big show of sitting down. And
Well, as Sassafras and Leah go towards their chairs, Gastus will go and hold their chairs for them.
I'd already sat down, so you can have done it at the time.
Yeah.
Which will nod a thank you. Actually.
And Gastus, once Sassafras and Leah are seated, Gastus will then sit down, but he won't sit before they do.
Once
I'm I'm being totally antisocial. I'd get my chair, ram it right up into the corner, put the candle out, so I'm sitting in the total darkness in the corner by myself. I could watch everybody, but they can talk to me from there.
Sorry, remind me, are you Thaddeus?
Yes.
Right, just checking I knew which one you were. My brain will
Reminds
get
me.
used to it.
I notes soon. There we go. Ah.
I like that. The GM and Thaddeus Wellstone are whispering. Suspicious.
Okie dokie. Once you're all finally seated, she starts to speak.
Thank you for coming, my friends, and for putting up with my unconventional method of contacting you. I have reason to remain hidden. You see, a vicious man would see great harm done to me if he knew I was reaching out for help. This man has done something terrible to each of you as well. I speak, of course, of Gadrin Lamb, a man whose cruelty and capacity to destroy the lives of those he touches are matched only by his gift of avoiding reprisal. You see, a year ago, his thieves stole this, my hero deck, from me. It is important to me, an heirloom passed down through a dozen generations, and also my sole means of support. When Lamb's pickpockets stole it, my Seneran tracked them down and returned my deck to me. But Gadrin had him followed, and soon after he left my home, Gadrin's
Well, have
sons
you entered a
murdered him.
complaint with the Thieves
I sought
Guild?
help
I'm
from
sure
the
that.
Corvosan Guard, but they
I can't
turned me
pause her, I'm
away.
afraid.
Instead, I asked around. I pay bribes. I consulted my hero deck for advice. And recently I was rewarded. I found out where Gadrin dwells. He can be found in an old fishery north of here, at West Pier 17, where he trains abducted children to be pickpockets and counts his stolen treasures. But I need your help. I cannot hope to face this man on my own, and the guard moves so slowly that if they were willing to help, Gadrin would certainly know of their coming well in advance. And even if they arrested him, what guarantee would I have he would be punished? This criminal has evaded the law for decades, but you know of these frustrations as well, for word on the street has it that Gadrin has wronged each of you too. So there we are. It is time for him to pay.
Quite nice having her do it for me, you know.
After listening to
So
her
you would have
comment
us
about
visit
him,
Gadrin Lamb and slay him?
You just talked straight over her. You realise it, right?
My apologies, Mistress Teaberry.
well, I was just curious because all I had heard was this person might know where my friend is, but from what you indicate, he's more
She
likely to have kidnapped him and
He takes children off the street, children who are desperate, and makes them traffic in his horrible substances.
so perhaps if we find him, I will find my friend because maybe he just kidnapped him and the Chakal is still somewhere about and I can rescue him. Oh, that
It
would be
is possible. And
Your
if it
friend
is
the type.
so, I have some contacts that might be able to find them somewhere better.
Is your friend the kind who does things those dominant types hold pressure over them, or is he the type to rebel?
why has Jiminy
my
started
friend
a
or his
second
friend.
name?
Your friend, does he cooperate?
Because for some reason my
The
other name
child
has
you
not
seek.
come across, so I'm just
He
redoing it.
he
Okay.
he comes from a very very poor family and he used to run errands for us for a few coins. So I'm sure for a few, if this person offered him coins so that he could help his family, he would have.
And if he later found out that what he was doing was for evil people and causing evil, would he continue to do it out of desperation, or would he try to escape?
Has a tiefling come in the room?
Well, I think that
There
if
is a name.
he was being
Who's
restrained
Gael
from
then?
anything, if he wasn't free to
Jiminy.
come and go as
Ah.
he'd always been, that
He'll be gone soon.
that he would have wanted to leave because the child is used to quite a lot of independence.
Then I worry for him. He may or may not be okay. for what I have picked up, those who are cowed and dominated have a chance to stay alive. Those who fight back are often killed.
You know,
I'm one of them.
I'm
I'm the
not.
child. I'm a child of Garrick. He took me when I was orphan and on the streets. He adopted me. He brought me in, and we had to pick a pocket or two, as you do. But there is no. He only tells you what he wants you to know, right? And what happened to me was I get told to go and burgle a place, and I went in, everybody was dead inside. The next thing you know, the guard was outside and arresting me, and all the witnesses said I did this, and all the witnesses said I did that. And next thing you know, we're in prison, and I haven't even got a chance to say anything or do anything about it. He uses people as pawns, and then he crushes them when he doesn't need them anyway.
How old does Thaddeus look?
Well, Thaddeus is probably he's probably about 18 or 19.
Right. So then I'm very sorry.
But then again, here's the confusion part. You're not quite fused, not quite sure, because he looks old, quite old as well.
You
He's
have
emaciated with white skin. His eyes have got a pinkish tint to them. His hair is white.
You have an old soul for your young, tender years.
I've got a condition. It's a skin condition. That's all it is. It's nothing to do with heritage. Don't talk about it.
I wasn't referring to your skin. I'm sorry if I caused offense. I meant you have been through much trouble.
I thought I had some notes on all your bloody
Now, for the
background
first
stuff.
time,
Forget.
Sassafras is really starting to get alarmed about what might be happening with Jakal.
I tried to rescue one of these lambs from the street. I brought him food and clothes. I tried to get him into a better place. Someone didn't like my interfering. So I was dragged into an alley by some of Galen's thugs. They told me nobody would steal a lamb from their flock, and they stabbed me repeatedly. I reflexively hold across my stomach when I say that. I am not long since recovered from my physical injuries.
Gastus slams his goblet down on the table. Well, it seems many of us have an axe to grind with Gadrin Lamb. If we can free more of his children, I can contact my friends, Vayak and Ephraim, and they may be able to find them better lodgings and a better life. But first we must deal with Lamb himself. If we are to head to the piers, I suggest we do it under cover of darkness. Most of you, he says, looking at the gnomes and the catfolk and the goblin, will have the advantage of me at night, but I'm sure Master Wild Soul and I here will be able to manage well enough in the darkness. Lamb and his men will be at just as much a disadvantage as we are.
I'm human who's just really good in the dark.
That's what I was intimating, Master Wild Soul. It is well known that gnomes can see in the dark. Leah here will have the eyes of a cat, and goblins are, of course, native to the dark, as all children are told.
Oh, that's a brilliant laugh.
What would you? Why would you have taken anything else from my speech, sir?
It's
I
got nothing to
think
do. It's got nothing to do with heritage. Just don't. Just can we go on? Can we go on with it?
Thaddeus, nothing we are saying is against you. It's all right. You're amongst friends here. You may relax.
I can't remember what Thaddeus and Booker's remember out of betrayed, drug addict, framed, love lost, missing child, or unhappy childhood. I just can't remember what they are. I did have notes, and I've managed to lose them somehow. So,
well, Thaddeus was an orphan, right? But he's got I believe this said friend, and he started off. He starts.
That's
off
it. I thought, yeah. It's just because I did have it written down, and I spent ages reading all your lovely backgrounds, making lots of lovely notes, and I've somehow deleted them by mistake. So I'm just having to.
Thaddeus starts with the wanted major hindrance.
That's it. Yeah. And what was yours, Vorka? Sorry, I can't remember.
I got beat to within an inch of my life.
Oh, betrayed. You were betrayed, weren't you?
Betrayed. Yeah, I was betrayed by him.
That's it. That's all I needed. I just needed to, I will reread the backgrounds because I have read them before and I have got notes somewhere. I just can't remember where they are. So I just in case I needed the notes for what's happening. So that's all good. So Zalara's been very quiet while you've all been talking, but then she does pipe up again. I don't have text for this one, so.
I can perform a harrowing for you to help prepare you for the task of seeking out Gadron.
She basically, and she looks at you as she holds up the deck of cards in her hand. She's offering to give you a reading.
That would be appreciated, mistress. Any edge I can take.
Okay, you should.
Many thanks.
You should have a tarot deck. So I'm going to go left to right. So you should be able to, as players, click on a card. So oh god. Did we decide to pronounce it?
Just call me Jimmy.
No one.
Image.
Image. Pick a card. One of the 9 cards upon the deck. You have picked.
Just call you Aki.
Yeah.
I'll let you call me Sassy, but I'm just going to call you Aki.
Okay. So basically, this is the choosing. You each randomly select one of the 9 cards. This basically. Okay, so what's that? I need to have a look at that. The crows. The crows is evil and agility. So I don't think that's going to tie up. No. Oh, your lowest attribute, which is posing a threat. So the crows, that basically, as you turn the card over, she goes, many obstacles and foes will appear out of the shadows and possibly aim to hinder you. But I see that the favor, if favor protects you, you will succeed. She then looks at Thaddeus.
So what's the deal here? Do I have to turn the card over?
Yeah, you do actually. Well, you don't. It just there are benefits to having the reading. It gets you convictions and also
yes. I mean, Thaddeus will turn over the card, but Thaddeus in game is going to bitch about it anyway. I know. You don't. You really don't have to. But the other point is basically this card. Basically, the start of every book, there is an opportunity to have a reading performed. This reading will make you the chosen for at certain points during the adventure. You will be the chosen. When you're the chosen, if you spend a point of conviction when you're the chosen, you don't have to spend bennies to maintain it.
Ooh.
Oh wow. Yeah, turn the cards. Let's turn the cards.
Hang on. Do we get to know when we are the chosen when it happens, or do we just?
I will let you know when the chosen applies, as it were. Actually, in fact, I should actually. Somebody just
make a note of it.
At least my pet needs a token. Okay, yeah. I will make a note of it. The chosen, the crows. The avalanche. I foresee that there will be much chaos in the streets, and all people basically chaos and turmoil in the streets. It will be a time of much trials and tribulations, but you will be able, that is when you will come to the forefront. He says that brings us to Gastus. The dance. Okie dokie. spiders and other web throwers may be a problem, but you will prevail.
So what was the avalanche?
Shiver. Oh dear.
The avalanche was turmoil in the city and on the streets.
Oh well, so business as usual then.
I'm going to the crows. I just need. I knew I forgot to look for something. So for the crows, yeah. Basically, the only thing I would say for the reading for the crows, actually, I will slightly change it. You know about the adversaries. Basically, wizards from the Underdark, except they don't call it the Underdark in Pathfinder, do they? I can't remember what they call the Underdark in Pathfinder. It's something else, is it? A wizard from the deep. A wizard from the deep lands, or dark lands, I think they might call them. The wizards from the dark lands. This is for Aki. A wizard from the dark lands will be a trial for you. Okay, Sassafras, you're up.
Sassafras steps over to the table and plants herself and folds her hands in front of her and mutters, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a goblin by the toe, pick him up and throw him hard. I think I will take this card.
The cricket. Okay. A rooftop chase will find you with sure footing. Yeah.
Oh, Jakal comes from those warrens they built up on the rooftops through. I wonder if that's connected. Her mind's always working.
The Rabbit Prince. Hint.
Ooh, your Harold deck's well. Do it.
Right, the Rabbit Prince. Your skills and agility could be useful if you play the game with knives and.
I go shink with my claws. My knives are built in.
Vorka, last but no means least.
Vorka pulls his chair over and stands up on it so he can kind of look down on the table. And you see him kind of looking at different angles, like maybe he's trying to figure out how to look under the cards to see which one he wants. And then he finally taps on this one.
Okie dokie, the juggler. Ah, indeed. Combat upon the shingle may cause trials and tribulations, but you should triumph. That she picks up all the cards and deals out 9 more. This time she starts going through them. So okay, so that was the choosing that decides when you become the chosen. Now we've had the spread where we place the 9 cards down, and now we look at the past. The publican. Fellowship and camaraderie are things some of you long miss, and the pub is a place where you have found many a pleasant time in certain cases. Although the current times you find it dark, it may yet be the case that the times may become good again. Hello, Patsy Grounds. Hello. It's Bella. Hello, Bella. Oh, the avalanche. Who had the avalanche? Thaddeus drew the avalanche. Thaddeus gains a point of conviction. Or his card of choosing has appeared. I think we might be being raided. Anyway,
I believe we are.
I think we're being raided.
Well, we don't care as long as you're young. Let the bennies flow. Yeah. Let the bennies flow. More bennies. More bennies.
Okay, where were we? Thaddeus. So Thaddeus got the avalanche. So yeah, basically, if your card in the choosing comes up in the reading, you get an instant point of conviction. That's good as well. So, The avalanche.
Now Thaddeus is glad he chose a card after all
Fear
that before
past.
and complaining.
The past, it seemed like a disaster and an unthinking and unreasoning thing. That it feels like has overwhelmed you, but you are still here. You have grown. You've gained strength from it. You may yet prevail. Oh, hang on, the
that's
dance.
me.
That's Gastus. The dance is a rich and delicate framework, like the universe itself. However, sometimes it is felt in the past that the universe has been against you. The patterns, the weave of the magic seems to have been against you, but that is all in the past. Now we read the present. No one's got the bear, have they? No. You, the six of you will gain strength as a party and grow together. You should learn to trust each other, for each of you have skills that you will need in the trials ahead. In truth, the truth of what lies ahead is hidden at this time. However, discovery and search and due diligence will reveal much and hopefully help to guide you on the true course. Twin. People who may be your friends, who you believe to be your friends, may betray you. We shall see. The cards are uncertain. The cards are uncertain on who or when it may happen. Be on your guard, but at the same time, do not allow it to make you paranoid. And now the last three cards are the future. The uprising. It looks like there is chaos and turmoil in the future. It may seem that the whole world may turn against you, but you shall find strength with each other, and hopefully you will prevail. The future, as always, is vague and the hardest to read. The cyclone. Destruction is a force. There, unfortunately, your future shows that death and destruction will walk side by side with you. However, as long as you temper your judgment and uphold your virtues, it should be used as a force of good. And last but not least, we get to the trumpet. But there are those that may declare themselves all powerful and decide that they will rule so they will rule and take the power from you. Be wary of those who troll.
Yeah, don't blow it with the last card.
I did really well after that point. Okay, so jot down how many of the 9 cards in the harrowing are of the suit associated with the current chapter. That is keys, which would have been just the 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We only got 2 keys, the dance and the avalanche. Okay, this number determines how many conviction each character receives. Okay, so everyone gets 2 points of conviction.
Awesome.
Crikey, that means some of us are starting with 3. Wow.
Yep.
Nice.
Unfortunately, that means we're probably going to need them.
Yeah, I like that as well. You see, the reason you always want to, it's another clever way of making you want the harrowing to take the reading, isn't it? Because it means you start the adventure. You start the whole new section with. Okay. This number depends how much conviction each character receives. In addition, the conviction received to these each year. Yeah, you get the conviction. There we go. So with that, the drawing is complete. Let's away the deck.
That's pretty cool.
Now then, you must move quickly. Gadron may well uproot and shift to a new hideout if you wait too long to confront him.
There we go.
What time of day is it?
Well, it's just after sunset, so it's getting like nice and dark. So yeah, let's go ahead and go and see what we can find out about this.
Very well.
I'd like to get there before anything happens to Jakal?
What does Jakal look like? We need
Yeah,
to
yeah.
know.
That's another reason to hurry.
Well, he's a little bit taller than me, and he's got, muddy colored hair like humans have, and muddy colored eyes like humans have, and kind of
Well, as well
pasty
let the
white
bellies
though,
flow
like
then.
he doesn't really eat good,
The bellies flow.
kind of thin and but he's just.
Thanks to the bennies.
But you can tell just by looking at him that he's just a really sweet-natured kid. That's why we liked helping him out.
Is he human?
Yeah, he's human. He's a little bit bigger than me, and
Then we
I'd
will keep our eye for him.
I'd say by human years he's probably like 10, maybe.
We should rescue all the kits, though, not just reserve ourselves for the one.
Of course.
Well, if it's Jakal and there's other kids there and they're all in a bind, he would be trying to like help. So he probably has friends there by now because let's see, it's been like about 2 weeks since I last saw him.
Then perhaps we should make our way to the pier. Though at least with a modicum of stealth, if my previous contact with Gadrin Lam is anything to go by, he will certainly have guards.
Indeed. As Vorka quite rightly said, the sun is beginning to set. So as you head back out onto as you bid farewell to Zalara, head on out into the night. Reach the pier.
Mm.
So so basically, based on the information you was given, obviously Zalara Esmeralda gave you, and everything you yourselves have managed to find out. The Lamb's hideout, the old fishery, is basically a rundown building under Kavosan law. A building abandoned immediately reverts to the city and is held in escrow for 2 years, during which time any rightful owner who can prove a claim can regain control of the building. After 2 years, the city claims the building, yet even then the government is slow to handle the structure's eventual fate. And people like Gedron have found that by choosing the right building at the right location, one effectively can live there for free for many years. The old fishery is no exception. The previous owner died when a devilfish attacked his boat. And from what you've gathered, that is now Gedron's current hideout and base for his money making and pickpocketing of children. His gang of children for pickpocketing.
Well,
Fishery.
we should make our way
Hang on.
there.
It's down there by the West Docks, is it not?
I believe so. I keep trying to move the map. I've pinned it to the wallpaper.
It was West Pier 17. So yeah, West Dock, and then we count. Can everybody count? Everybody counts, right?
Yes, Master Vorka, but I believe we will all be able to count.
It doesn't take you long to. It doesn't take you long to basically work out the building you're looking for as you're heading along the pier area. You find a creaking, decrepit building that obviously is still solid, but it only looks like it's only got a few years before it starts to rot. Obviously, down by the river, obviously the creek and the water in the background and the smell of fish is prevalent. The external windows are boarded up shut, but they do appear to have ample slits between them, which you assume will allow those within to peer out. The wooden doors are mottled with mould and grit, but they look like they might be quite solid. The building is perched atop a steep embankment, with most of the structure extending over the Jegger River on wooden pilings. The embankment drops 13 feet into the river below. The edges look slippery, but you reckon you possibly could scale it with some rather athletic climbing.
Can everybody swim? Gastus asks.
I shudder. I prefer not to.
It's a hindrance, isn't it? Not being able to swim nowadays.
You can go in and you can sneak in on the water and tell us what's there, can't you? Don't say that, it's rude.
You are conversing with the corpse of a duck, Master Wildsoul.
And it sounds like it's talking back. That's just too weird. He's got a Zomduck.
Might have to remove Guile. On the combat tracker.
Oh yeah, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be in the party sheet, should he? What's the way I got
He
added?
shouldn't be.
I must have added him to the party. Yeah, I didn't think I'd added him to the party. Oh no! Realised something else I haven't done. Well,
Add alloys.
Places
right,
such as this will often have access to the water within. If we can make our way along the river and underneath, perhaps we can attack from within rather than having to break through the walls or climb them.
Well,
I still personally prefer climbing.
That's like a lot of distance for like a ladder or something like that. I think it may be better if we just kind of go in and just kind of beat them up.
You're a very direct little fellow, aren't you, Master Walker?
They are not
Oh, of course,
easy.
of course, yeah.
They are well-trained fighters. And they don't fight fair.
Gastus loosens a rather well-made rapier at his left hip in its sheath and says, well, I may not have had the honour of training at the Orsini Academy. I know a thing or two about the blade. Pointy end goes into the bad guy. What?
Just remember, they'll find every opportunity to stab you in the back. They are without honour.
Ah, well, I'll make sure I don't.
going. I'm just sorry, tweaking the map amongst yourselves.
Wait, what?
Do we see any lights coming from any of the windows or through cracks in the woodwork?
No. There's probably lights there. It's very dim inside. If there is, it's candlelight, and you probably have to be up close. And Fantasy Grounds is taking its sweet time to.
Hey, well, I'm glad the sun's going down. I bloody hate the sun.
I think I've killed my computer.
I don't mind the sun.
How long were you incarcerated for, Master Wildsoul? It seems that.
I
checked all the maps except this one.
I must have been in prison for a long time.
Indeed. Maybe.
It's got nothing to do with ancestry or anything like that at all.
You keep speaking of your ancestry.
No, why do you keep bringing it up?
It's not me that brings it up, sir. It is you. If there is some kind of issue...
Maybe his ancestry is tough to swallow. That's why he keeps bringing it up.
I apologise for any insult I may have caused. Now, we must have some kind of plan of attack. If entering by the water is not something that any of you wish to do, then... Well, can we see any doors?
Well, that's what I'm just trying to sort out, because obviously... that's what I'm just trying to sort out, because as you know, these maps, they make them just the size they need them to be for what they want, so I'm just... It's not going to be pretty, but I just needed to extend them. Oh, crap.
GM is loading.
No, I've done a thing, and I can't remember how... Oh, hang on. Flip. I know, I just did something, and now I've got to work out how to... You know when you when you make the... This is not fun.
You know, we'd know better if you finish your sentence. You're as bad as my mother.
Unlock provision. There we go. I accidentally went and stuck the map as the background, and then because because I move because I've moved the chat over to the right hand side to make it work better with Twitch and stuff, it suddenly meant that I couldn't actually move it back. So it got interesting. Right, okay. I've just done some very rough and ready additions, so now you should be able to get on the map and actually be able to approach the building rather than literally just I'd say it's not pretty. It's functional. I have you. Okay, there we go. You might have to zoom in a bit because one of those squares are a bit big.
Okay.
I shall adjust them, so I'll just make them so you can just. I just wanted to give you some ground to be able to walk in on, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
There we
So
go.
it's just the
The earth
dark.
moved for me, Kev.
Is
It's
this in the
starting to
dark
do. Are
then?
you going to take over from Josh on a Saturday stream now, Kevin?
Okay, so it shouldn't be pointed now. I just needed. So basically, what you can see, there is obviously a site. There's obviously the water's there, and what you've got over here is obviously what looks like a side alley. So I'm just going to move you a bit closer and a bit over, possibly, so it lets me. There we go.
So
That's
what's
to give you an idea. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you a bit more view of the land.
so
Shit.
is this in the dark then? Is it?
Must be.
Yeah.
Can you not see
You got
anything?
lighting turned on?
Line of sight's on, and
So
we can
it's
tell there's walls. We can't see through them.
I take it lighting's off.
I think
can-
that must be the bow of a boat. I think, looking at where it is
Yeah.
in the water.
It is the bow of the boat. Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, just trying to decide whether that should actually be
Are
like
there
that.
any like street lanterns on or anything in the area? Or are we in?
No. I must admit, I'm going to tweak that because it's a bit late today. This is the whole point of the play testing. Obviously, the map. I think the map. I think personally, the boat shouldn't be walls. Do you know what I mean? It should be
Scenery?
I think they should. Yeah, not. I can't think what's the phrase.
You can make it terrain, and then
Yes,
it will,
and then
it will
put-
cast a shadow, but you can
Yeah.
look at it.
Exactly. That's what I meant. That's what I think it should be. I'll have a play around with that. The lower, the lower deck maybe needs to be like that. I've unlocked so you've got a bit of freedom of movement. So basically, what you've got as you approach is. Let me make sure the doors are closed before you try opening them, just in case. Okay. The load. Basically, that's a loading dock. I'm going on the assumption you're sort of scouting the area before anything else. If you're swimming,
Sassafras is trying to find a crack in the walls that she might be able to peek through to see if she can see.
is thingy on shared vision.
No.
Or it is right. Let's sort that out. So you can tell. Okay, so let me see. Manual entry off. All to center of map is turned off. We've got shields for bennies. Chew jokers in the deck. Whispers are on. GM's on.
Where's my
Dice
cat?
Tower's on. I've forgotten where shared vision's under. Remember where it is?
I'm going to peek through that
Pathfinder.
window on account of my character just accidentally got a view through that window. So I'm going to say that I've had a peek through that window to give you some reason why I can see through it.
Party
Hello?
vision. It's under token.
Thank you. Party vision and movement is on.
You can see everything that everyone else has seen. So
Yeah. Okay, so right, let me give you some descriptions. I'm going to lock tokens, so
I need a cat.
wherever
Where's my cat?
wherever you are now is however screwed you are. Ha ha.
I was just trying to find cracks or something I could peek through.
How the hell is he moving still?
Because he still had his token clicked when you locked token, so until he lets go, his token is still unlocked.
Smack him.
I mate. the spirits told.
Okay, the loading dock. A 15-foot wide loading dock abuts the side of the building here. A few carts sit nearby, partially loaded with large tar-caked barrels. Oh, that's a tongue twister. It isn't, but it is for me. Marked with a fish-shaped splotch of red paint on the side. Double doors to the immediate south of the loading dock's ramp provide access to the building's interior, while a rickety flight of stairs descends 10 feet to a point just over 3 feet over the river's surface, where a simple door provides a secondary entrance.
I slit the sheet asleep, I shit, and on the slit sheet I sit.
What?
I slit the sheet asleep, I shit, yeah. See?
He's just showing off.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay,
Yeah, it would be showing off if he did it right.
It would
Kind of
be,
gnomish
exactly.
line.
Slit the sheet I slit, and on the slit sheet I sit.
Okay, the front door, which is where the arrow is now. The reek of brine and the stink of weak
Old dead fish.
Yes, I'm just trying to do things at the same time, and it's never a good idea. Weak old dead fish hangs thickly in the air here. The old double doors on the side of the rubbered building are tightly closed, with a drooping signpost hanging above. The sign it once displayed is long gone, leaving behind only a short length of rusted chain. Okay, yeah, and the back alley. A slippery boardwalk clings to the side of the fishery, held together by barnacle-encrusted pilings that have half the thickness worn away below the waterline, 12 feet below. This boardwalk's about 13 feet above the water as it winds along the building's south wall, but slopes downwards as it approaches to the ship, where it stands about 10 feet above the water. The dock is slippery. So actually, all the doors are locked. It's night.
Well, not that I did it on purpose, but I went through there and back out before. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. That's obviously got through a window. Oh, that's a window. Yeah, maybe I should lock the windows then. You can't lock windows. Interesting.
Well, we are going to obviously when we explore this place, we're going to be intruders, so we're going to go in through the window.
Okay, I'm just going to put everyone. I'm just going to move everyone about there by the front door, unless unless you want to be somewhere else.
I want to be somewhere else, and then having done what I've done, I'm going to stick my head round the corner and say, I think they've left this side door unlocked, and then go back to the door.
Oh, how convenient.
Okay. Okay, well, you've unlocked those doors.
Is there any way I would hear that from all the way around where I am?
I'm going to conveniently say you're all together for ease. It's easier that way, isn't it?
Okay.
What happens if you go in the front and they all dive at the back?
Well, then we tell the GM that he's cheating. Because he moved me from the back of the building to the front first, so therefore he can't use that tactic. It's
Well, actually, we're all going to the side of the building, because the front door is that one.
And
I'm
we
not
also
doing
tell
anything
Tavis
until I
that
get my
he's a
cat.
pedant. Yeah, I'm a cat burglar.
I've got a cat, but I'm waiting for Kevin to add him.
Oh, right, sorry. I didn't realise shutting up.
I shall open the door and poke my head in.
How big a cat is it? Just a cat or a big cat?
Domestic cat, yeah.
It's
a wild card domestic cat.
Well, I will have at some point said hello to it, given it a scratch behind the ears. Maybe touch noses with it or something.
There, that's right in front of you.
We've got module updates to do.
Before
The
it's released.
stinking. What do you mean I've got module updates to do?
That's all right. I'll fill you in later.
Well, don't forget, this is a different rule set to the one you updated.
No, I know, but I've just.
The stink in this room, a mixture of fish and sweat, is enough to make the eyes water. To the east, a large wooden trough holds a hideous mound of rancid fish, seaweed, and brine. Filthy river water and fish blood stain the floor around the trough. A pair of wooden chutes lead through this trough through holes in the eastern wall into a larger room beyond. To the west, a desk.
What a smell!
To the west, a desk and chair sit in one corner, while a tall cabinet sits in the other. I take it you're not actually just sort of
Rolled athletics.
rolling in.
I climbed over.
That's fine.
I presume, yeah.
That's fine.
That's not got a roof. Yeah.
I'm talking.
Well, once I see that there's nobody in there, then I will go in.
Okay, so you're having a look in. Okay.
Yeah.
Now it gets interesting because everything's all about the time of day. Okay. And who else?
So cool.
Okay. You make a notice check before you open the door.
Okay. Apparently, yes.
Okay. What about that mess quicker? Feed the bloody dog. Then you hear what sounds like a slap and a yelp of pain. Child.
Oh dear. I will turn around and say, does anybody have any meat?
I'm shaking my head. I don't exactly wander around with half a side of bacon.
Dried meat, anything. Curses. There is a
One
dog
if you want
in
meat.
there,
He's
Mr.
got
Sleer.
that dead dog. Is that meat?
Yes,
That is meat.
yes, Master Wild Soul, your duck. There is a dog in there. Perhaps we can use your duck to appease it.
Or perhaps the cat could catch us a rat.
I could just beast friend the dog.
Well, I mean, it sounds like a plan. It's not as if it's going to eat you because you're dead technically. I don't. I'm not translating that.
Sorry, I've been negligent. Been negligent on that. Okay.
You say you have control of the beasts. That would be advantageous.
Well, I don't really think. I think the duck kind of does its own thing. I'm not
talking about your duck. I'm talking about me taking.
I'll make my way over to where Vorka
beast
is.
friending the.
Master
beast,
Vorka.
Beast friending the beast.
Is this door open?
I haven't tried it yet. I was waiting for you to do something silly up there.
Is this door presumably is locked as well, is it?
Yeah, the doors are locked.
Then I will pull a couple of bits of metal out of my tall folded down boots and jiggle around with the lock on this door as well.
How high is this wall before it hits roof? And is the roof pitched or flat or what?
Which wall?
The one in front of me right now.
Into this side alley.
Doesn't tell me.
Well, is it a single-story building?
Yeah.
Can I climb onto the roof?
Yes. I see what you're saying.
Right.
Yes.
Excellent. I want to climb onto the roof to see if there's a way I can drop in from above and/or spy from above.
Meanwhile, I shall jiggle around with the lock over here and unlock this door.
Okay. There is a very nice bit of functionality in the Pathfinder and in the Pathfinder rule set that I really do wish was in the Savage Worlds rule set, and that is, as well as delete PCs and delete NPCs, there's an option to delete foes. So when I basically set up a room with a load of bad guys and then someone buggers off so they don't go through that door, I don't have to delete someone's cat every time. Why did the cat end up in the wrong place? Not where I put it. Okay.
It doesn't want to be there. Cats don't like water.
Okie dokie.
Depends on the kind of cat.
That's true. Bombay cats love water.
All right, let's get this door opened a crack so we can see through it.
I'll make a notice check.
The dog's behind this one, isn't it?
that's annoying. If you... Oh no, I closed Fantasy Grounds, didn't I? Because I hadn't loaded the module.
So what's the plan? Are we going to go in this side door?
Oh, it appears they've left 2 doors unlocked.
Mighty careless of them.
Mm. Okay, was that a
Yeah,
sound
that is
effect I
weird,
heard from the
'cause-
door, or was that...
Yes, because it's going in stereo. That is definitely not one of the PCs.
Obviously, I can't put you above the roof because then you'll see it. That's what you can hear through with your notice check.
That's
You
what
might
I can hear. I can hear somebody giggling.
Yes.
very disturbingly.
Okay, I'm going to open the door a crack so I can see through.
I don't believe so.
Damn.
I recall anyway. Let's put it that way. You open the crack. The floor here is a slick river of water with bits of seaweed, fish blood, and the air is thick with the accompanying scents. Wooden catwalks to the north and south allow access between the western part of the fishery and the floor of the room, which is 10 feet lower.
So the floor is 10 feet down from the doorway?
No, I think the catwalks are 10 feet up. It's a weird way of phrasing it, isn't it? But
Yeah.
oh,
okay.
no. It is, because that is a slope down, isn't it? That was a slope down from 13 feet above the water to 10 feet above the water. So the floor here, obviously that description is if you were at the top of the catwalk, the floor is 10 feet down. But because that door is 10 feet, that door's 10 feet lower than that door. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. So we are at floor level, but there's a catwalk up. Right.
Yeah. So you're only 3 feet above the water where you are at the moment.
Okay, I'm going to poke my head in and have a look so I can see around the corner.
Okay, make a yes.
Right. Doesn't appear to be anybody in here. Forker, wave to the others. We can enter here.
Someone
Give the
shouts
GM
alarm.
a second.
As you open
I'm
the
not-
door,
Is there nobody in this?
he stuck his head in, rolled a 2 on the stealth roll, which meant basically he knocked a barrel over as he stuck into the room. Hence the fact someone just shouts alarm.
I'm going to roll a d6 to decide where that is on the building, to be fair.
It's balls.
Okay. That would be around about there. I was imagining the 6 dots on a die.
That's okay. I shall put you. Obviously, I'll put you there on the roof, looking in through the hole in the roof.
Thank you.
Okay, hang on. That would be 12 feet. So you would be. We'll say you're. Yeah, that I think works. There we go. So, yeah, basically. Standing on the catwalk and just shouting alarm at the top of his voice, you see.
Giggles.
Giggles, yeah.
Have I
He
seen
he
this
shouts
character
alarm and then
before?
yeah,
You know, like in an
yes,
alley.
yeah, yes, with a knife. Yes, you recognise the laugh, the giggling, the incessant giggling. It's
Oh,
like
my
something you
hackles have
never
gone
forget.
right up.
I'm just going to barge straight past the kids.
I have a feeling we're entering combat.
And chuck a couple of knives at the giggling fella.
Yeah, if we weren't, we are now. Start throwing weapons around, it usually
Well, you're
starts a
lucky.
fight.
You got the ace of diamonds.
Marvellous.
The kids,
So
one of the
I
children screams as you push past into the room.
We're here to save you, children. And I will draw a shuriken with one hand and throw it, and then draw a shuriken with the other hand and throw it.
Oh, hang on. What do I need to do to get the ranges right? The height?
That should be, well, if you just change
No,
the
no,
range.
no.
Like that.
Okay,
No.
first of all, you've got to have map diagonals set to 1.5 because it defaults to 1, and then you just use your Alt key to increase the.
Where do I set the map diagonals again? That's what I couldn't remember.
No, it is set, because if I change my height, it
1.5.
changes
There you
the
go.
range.
No, that's it. No, it's not actually calculating completely correctly.
Right.
It should do now.
Aye. So I map diagonal 1.5 Alt key to change the height, and it should be all hunky dory.
Okay,
Well, he's a
you
tough
throw
bugger, isn't he?
you throw a shuriken, and yeah.
Well, let's Benny that just to see if we can do any better. Obviously
he-
not.
So he's now
And then
4 inches away.
I'll throw the other shuriken. Ah, well, that's that then. And I'll say, children, we're here to rescue you. Go to the door. Vorka will lead you out.
Obviously, like, you can hear giggling and screaming, and you look through the hole in the roof where you can see you're completely above a pool of water, and you can see children screaming and running away from Gastus, who just strode into the room and basically is throwing things. What do you do? Everyone else, I should point out, you can hear screaming from where you are.
From the ones below me or from elsewhere?
The ones below you.
I'm gonna go on hold for now.
Okay. They all run to the corners of. They all start running to the corners of the room and grab brooms.
Brooms. Okay.
Brooms. Okay, you're going on hold. That gets us to Thaddeus. Apparently, the doors in front of you are unlocked, by the way, Thaddeus, or you can move down the slope towards the screaming.
Right, for an action. Okay, I'm going to take my backpack off as an action, right?
Okay.
And then open this door here. Is it going to open?
Yeah, of course it is.
Step into that room.
Okie dokie, how far?
Can I get into the other room from here? Is it just little windows?
Oh, there's doors.
Yeah, but I can see through the gap.
Yeah, there were slides. There was like a chute in the watery bit.
All right.
Oh yeah, there's waterfalls, isn't there? Yeah. Okay.
Right, aye. So it's the rest of my move. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head to this door here. So that's what one. Oh, more children.
Yeah, there's 5 children in this room who, as soon as you step in, scream in shock. Right, I need to make. You might be okay. Would you like to make an athletics roll, please?
An athletics roll.
Okay. Okay. As you,
Benny that.
it's up to you.
GM's using the Benny.
Ooh.
Okay, that's fine. No, you step to there, no problem at all.
Right, so that's all I'm doing because that's my action was to take my backpack off, which was awfully heavy and I can't carry it.
Okie doke. That's fine. In that case, at this point, I'm going to. I failed to interrupt you sooner, but I'm going to interrupt now. One of the children runs up behind you and says in a sickly sweet voice, "Are you here to save us?"
Well, all Sassafras heard was screaming.
Yeah, that was asking Thaddeus.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got something to show you, says the child. Only that. That's hitting. The child slashes at you with a kukri. When you look a little closer, you realise it isn't a child. It is in fact a gnome. Who basically slashes at you with the kukri. What do?
Party it.
Yeah.
You certainly do. You parry the block. Okay, Sassafras, you're up.
Okay, Sassafras hears screaming from every direction from children, and she's got to make sure none of them are Jakal, so she's going to head towards the closest ones first. She's going to step in, she's going to look around. Tell whether that's a child or a gnome. I should be able to tell a gnome. One of mine.
You can tell. You know how to spot a gnome that's trying to look like a human child. Yes.
And I see the kukri in his hand, and I'm not sure what the hell is going on. So let me do the most maximum help with the least amount of damage here. Yeah, that gets on. I should have all of them. Oh, I should.
Actually, sorry, hang on.
I would be selective so I wouldn't get Thaddeus.
Just before you do the targeting there, I should really do... I don't think it will... Yeah, I should actually... These children are not hostile. They should be neutral. It's a mistake.
Well,
Update on that.
that's why I said to disrupt things without doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And unselected so I don't affect Thaddeus.
Okay, you're doing confusion.
And
okay.
a shower of green sparks flies everywhere, and it should hit them all with confusion.
Is that you?
Confusion spell casting.
Cool.
Okay. Fails all targets a medium blast tempo, making him either distracted or vulnerable, or both with a raise. So you didn't get the raise. You want them distracted or vulnerable.
I want them all distracted while I try to figure out what the hell.
Okay. You distract them all with your confusion power.
And that would be my turn.
Okie dokie. Brings us to Walker.
Being a former lamb, is there like a way that I can convince these guys to not attack us and instead run out of the building?
You can try a persuasion check.
Then I will try a persuasion check. I will step into the room. I will make whatever my appropriate, hey, I was a lamb too, let's get out of here and get to a better life. Let's Benny that just once. That's better. Okay, we'll take that.
Okie dokie. There we go. Let's do it that way, it's quicker. Okay. I'm going to say you got to with a 6. I'm going to say you got to 3 of them.
Okay. And I'll hey, go out the door. Go out the door. There's more good guys out there. They'll help you.
Okay. They look at you. They look at you, and then they look at the brooms, and they shake their heads with a mischievous grin upon their faces. Okay, Giggles come.
Vorka will go ahead and continue into the room just a little bit, and then look up at Giggles and go, "You son of a!"
Okie dokie. In the meantime, Giggles comes down the stairs and swings a fist at Gastus, but you easily dodge it. Okay. Lamb's lamb runs round here, gets to there, and jabs his broom at Giggles.
No.
Giggles jumps over it. He seems to find it incredibly funny, but he jumps over the broom handle anyway. Meanwhile, this one comes over here. Actually, no, these ones just back off under there, a bit scared, and do you know what I mean? Don't know what to do. Fortunately, your perspective, they won't attack because some of them have already started helping.
Is where
These two kids hold back.
It's where number 2 is. Is that the highest point of that stepped bit around, and then it goes down towards where Giggles is?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
There, yeah,
Okay.
basically.
If I were to come off hold, could I swing myself through the hole in the roof and land there?
With an athletics check, you most certainly can.
Thank you.
Put him down for a bit.
That's 3 of the 14 I'm moving.
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops. Oh. Flipping heck. 11.
You got to you got to bear in mind that's 14 to there.
14.
Well, you'd already moved 3, so
Yeah.
11 plus 3 plus 11 is 14. You only get there. Get to there.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
All very good. That brings us to Aki. Aki Nomininch.
I think you changed my size instead of my height.
Giggles is still up in the air as well.
This is true.
Point taken. Aki's gone running to there. I'm curious to know what he's going to do after that.
Yes, so am I. We don't like Giggles, do we?
The reason I got myself further than you is because I took the corners on diagonals rather than going.
Yes, which you can't do because you'd have just bumped into the walls. I'll prove. To prove. Hang on, maybe you could. Oh,
Like that.
yeah, that's a mistake. I need to fix that.
I'm gonna we don't like this Giggles guy, do we? So I'm going to pick him up and bang his head into the ceiling with telekinesis.
Okay. Right, there we go. So, if I do that, you get that far. You see, you couldn't cut the corners because of the barrier.
The corners wouldn't have worked on a thing like that.
I'll work out. I need to stop making me notes because I found bugs aplenty already, which is good.
Aye, I've sent you a couple on Discord direct message.
Okay. Fishery.
I'm going to do I'm going to bash him with a bash spell. I'm going to give it a D12, I think. But you missed out the bit about what the asterisk means, which doesn't help.
You can't use the asterisk.
You can't use the asterisk modifiers. They're the mega modifiers. Okay. You need to take the edge.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Now I know. So I can't do that. So I can just bash him. I'm going to just bash him then.
I have to admit, actually, I do prefer the way Riff's actually is marked them as mega modifiers. I'm very tempted to go back and modify Savage Wells the same way. To actually put, rather than actually use the asterisk like it is in the book, put it as a separate modifier with an actual text heading. I think I might do that. Okay. I didn't hear a telekinesis power there. Should be one.
Yeah, so I've done it. Now it's a strength plus D6 bash roll.
Doesn't he get a check to not get lifted?
Yes,
he's got to make a spirit roll.
Oh, there it is. It's just very quiet. Okie dokie. Telekinesis shift objects, unwilling beings targeted, make an opposed spirit roll. You got a 5. Are you happy with a 5?
Yes.
Doesn't affect him.
Though you need to put telekinesis on you with a strength D10 because you've got it for the next 5 rounds. You can still use it. You just don't need to cast it again.
It's got a duration of 5.
Done. It's my cat's turn.
Meow.
Okay, your cat moves to there. Oh, your cat moves to there.
If you'd let me finish my move.
Yes.
And then he's not going to do anything from there. He's just going to stand there.
Everybody else seeing me in 2 different places on the map at the same time.
No, you're there.
No.
No, I'm seeing
No,
it.
yeah, I don't. If you close it and reopen it, it'll probably just have the one of you.
That's fine.
Okay, this kid here, if it lets me, what's going on? This child here shouts, "Oi, Hookshanks!" Hookshanks turns. He throws a pitchfork right in. He throws a pitchfork right at Hookshanks' head, face rather.
Oh, his name. You weren't asking who shags. I understand.
Hookshanks.
Pitchfork full of rancid fish at Hookshanks' face with surprising accuracy, and basically it hits Hookshanks in the face, blinding him.
Oh, he's distracted and blinded. Poor guy.
At which point the other children just back away into the corner, away from you all.
Trouble is, he's going to go before I do. So otherwise, I could make it all permanent.
Well, Hookshanks has been this round, so it's a new round. He was on hold, you see. Okay. Oh, look.
Oh dear.
I'm going to.
Take me off hold. You didn't take me off hold.
You've actually turned some of them to your side, so therefore I'm giving you the Betty as well.
Because they're allied characters.
Awesome.
So because allied characters got some Betties, so therefore you do, and I also get a Betty because you haven't convinced all of them to change sides yet. Okay.
Seems fair.
Lamb's lamb number 1 is going to basically swing his pitchfork to get Giggles again. Hitting. Which means Giggles has to make an athletics check. Failing. Giggles trips and is prone. Yep, Giggles is prone. Oh, I'm wondering why that's not working. I'm pressing the function key till the cows come home. Of course, I haven't programmed. Oh, it's one of those days where the function key doesn't work, is it? Oh, well. It's weird that sometimes Fantasy Grounds... Oh, it is working. Okay. No, it's not. There's no Benny like... There's no Bennies like a here and now let the Benny fly. Okay, so I can press... Okay, my shortcut keys aren't working for some reason. Oh, F11 isn't working for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, well. Press it anyway. Right, Thaddeus, you're up, sir.
Thaddeus. So, Hookshanks is distracted.
Hookshanks is blind. He's got a pitchfork. He's been hit in the face by a load of fish, and so he's desperately trying to bleed.
Yeah.
He's also distracted as well. Yes, sorry.
He's now permanently distracted.
Okay.
As long as you keep laughing, he is.
Yes, I'll have a giggle at him, and I'll make him permanently distracted.
Wish I knew what that meant.
It's one of the witch's hexes.
Witch's hex curse. So long if I laugh at people, if somebody gets attacked by confusion and they're distracted or vulnerable, and I laugh at them, they're permanently distracted and vulnerable.
As long as you keep laughing.
Hex catalyst.
So long as
you're going to cackle. Yeah, you, if you just said you cackle at him, I would have known what you were talking about.
Well, I was.
I know you were, but if you don't tell, I know you did. But if you're still playing characters as a you, I don't know your abilities yet. So you do actually, if you do have to, after all your role playing stuff, you you have to enunciate the fact that what also the power is. So I can set. I could set Hookshanks's confusion to 999 rounds.
Yes. Anyway, so and while I'm laughing at him, I'll slash him with my short sword, and it shakes him.
Okay, cackling is a free action. That's nice. Really nice. I can see that's going to happen a lot in this game, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a
That's cast confusion. You cackle at them,
and I make it permanent.
What a team!
You shake Hookshanks. Shanks is shaken and blinded and permanently confused.
And Sassafras hasn't been trained. Just 2 weeks ago, I was a student. We were required to take like physical supports and stuff because, well, they wanted us to be well-rounded. So she sees these kids are fighting this guy, so she can do no less. So she runs over there with the staff they give them at wizard school. And I got lots of bennies. I want to try one more time. These kids are, can't let them show me.
You've got Benny's Conviction and Adventure cards. You're a sport, you players.
Oh, much better. That was worth the Benny.
Hit with a raise. That's a wound.
and I crack his skull, and he's bleeding from the scalp now.
However, he's even though in his blinded state, he somehow obviously he still is able to probably through sheer luck just dodge your blow at the very last second. He didn't even see it coming. Is prone. Giggles gets a bit annoyed, so he gets up from being prone. He's decided that basically with this many people turning against him, that maybe he can't actually capture you. So basically, he basically draws out a mace and smacks you around the torso with it. That's just which you parry annoyingly. Let's see if
Very good, sir. I'm glad you have armed yourself. I would not have wanted to have to wait before I struck back.
Midway through your sentence, it catches you mid-ribs, knocking the wind out of you. I assume you're going to take that and see what happens.
Oh, yeah, I will. Well struck, sir. Well struck.
That brings us to... Oh, of course, I can't press F11 today, which is really annoying. That brings us to Vorka.
Vorka is going to attack Giggles.
Okay.
Because Vorka is one of those guys that was beating on him
your
whenever
shield,
he was
that's so
in trouble.
cute.
Isn't that great?
I do love the heart on his shield, which is why I made sure it is token. Which is why I spent extra time to make sure you're. If you notice, you're more zoomed out than all the others, just so I can keep the heart.
Just to make sure that was in there. Yeah, yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. I'll take a shake.
Okay, you shake him. Giggles seems to find that incredibly funny. Justice. Okay, you basically recover from having the wind knocked out of you.
Okay, well, he's going to get a 1-2 with both my rapier and my mangosh. And he is armed with a single weapon and no shield, is he not?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yay! He is. He's got a flail, so I get a bonus to hit him.
That's a hit with a ray. I can tell by the sound. See, I like the sound effects. It means I don't have to look anymore.
I can't hear the sound effect.
Have you not turned them on? I'll put the invite up again. So you didn't hear the whole lovely speech earlier?
Well, that's a shame. She was very eloquent.
She was.
Its sound is enabled. I got no sound popping up anywhere.
From the extra window.
Yeah, you've got to go to the Sirenscape.
Oh, you're not doing it. You're not playing it through the Discord.
No,
like
I'm doing. No.
You make us
Put
have
the
to
link
open
up.
another window. Okay.
No, because we're testing the whole point. Yes, the whole point is, well, one, the VLC option wasn't there when I made the sound pack, and two, this is the Curse of the Crimson Throne sound pack that we're play testing, and obviously you're play testing all. The whole point of this game is you're play testing all the stuff that's going on for sale on the shop.
Can you share the link then?
I did. It's in the chat.
Just did share the link. So I slice a couple of buttons off his shirt.
Just
doing
above
no
Gastus rolling
real
in 11s.
appreciable damage.
Yeah. He still finds it funny. Okie dokie.
Ah, right, there it is. Gotcha.
That brings us to Aki. Yeah, the VLC option didn't exist, and besides which, the products are meant to use sirens. The proper products are meant to use Sirenscape, so I've got to do it the proper way.
I'm using my thing uses Sirenscape, and it goes through Kenku in Discord. So it's a plays through Discord. I can hear noises now.
Ah, good.
Right, there's people giggling.
Yeah, giggles, surprisingly.
It's Giggles.
We don't like giggles, do we?
No, he's a git.
I'm going to try and. Do I have to roll telekinesis again? Well, I don't do it. What have I got to do?
You
Wait,
still
sorry?
have to. You still have to roll it to affect him.
Right, I'm going to try and get him again.
But you don't need to spend any power points because it's already cast.
The point is, if you're trying to telekinesis, you have to roll because he has to resist it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go
I
into
just like to say,
telekinesis.
the Suede rule set has much better rules right on it because I just amended them.
Yeah. Okay.
You
This time
fail.
he's affected. So
So he'll take D10 plus D6 damage.
Okay, that is,
ID10.
Because he's got strength D10
Oh, yeah.
telekinesis, and the bash does strength plus D10 damage.
Fair enough.
So strength plus D6 even.
Okay, so that shakes him.
well, bash his head on the ceiling.
You bash your head
There
on
you
the
go.
seat. Again, he finds out hysterically funny and keeps laughing.
His head on the ceiling. It's funny, isn't it? Okay. Now it's my little friendly cat's turn.
I met a cavalier like you once, sir.
King Charles Spaniel.
No, he was a laughing cavalier.
The cat doing.
The cats don't have fighting. It's terrible, isn't it?
Well, no, they don't need fighting to catch rice, I imagine. They just, yeah, that's an innate ability of theirs. But to actually, yeah, but they got a strength of D4 minus 3. That's the best they can ever do is 1 point of damage. The whole point of using it. The whole point of it.
Because
No, I
the
know.
D4 still explodes.
I know. I meant
I'm
on
sorry,
average.
modifiers.
Yeah, and,
The
and
whole
being the
point of a
size
cat is to test people, isn't it?
but also being the size that they are, they probably get +4 to hit most normal size things.
Yeah, probably
You
do.
tell me that the cats can't do a wound after you've rubbed a cat's tummy and it's got pissed off with you.
Exactly. They just don't have the fighting skill. I didn't make the stats for cats, for the record.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you know they lull you into a false sense of security, so they've got the drop.
And then they
Yeah,
get the
exactly. Yeah, see, there you go. Giggles, just giggles. These just slashes, giggles. Roll for damage.
Sometimes they have the assassin edge.
Mm.
Giggles just looks at the cat and laughs as he comes down from the ceiling. Okay, we're back to Hookshanks. Hookshanks is blind and distracted. He is going to swing at you again, Thaddeus, with his kukri. I don't imagine he'll hit because he can't see anything, but there we go.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Okay, lambs, they're just going to hide back. Leia. Is it Leah?
It's Leia, and my tarot reading thing, would you say that if I jumped him behind and started slashing at him with my claws now, this would affect my card and holding my conviction running if I started my conviction?
Your conviction is the Rabbit Prince. No.
Well, never mind.
Doesn't mean you can't use your conviction. You know what I mean. I will tell you when you're. I will tell you when if you spend a conviction because it's
I
your.
thought it was to do with knives as well. You see, that's why I asked.
It was a game. The game of knives. That's the actual phrasing. The game of knives. The game of knives and coins.
I understand now. Okay, I jumped down the last few steps. I am going to be wild attacking. I'm going to grab around his neck with my left hand and hold him by the jaw and pull his head up so that his throat is bared, and then I am going to slash across his throat with my right hand.
So you don't like him either?
With my claws out, trying to rip open his throat and spill his blood all over the floor.
I think.
Could you put the wild attack effect on for me, please? Thank you ever so much. Okay.
with conviction. It's going to be unpleasant. That's a hit with a raise.
That is just to hold him with the first one.
Okay.
I've got to put the multiple action on, so that would have been an extra action. That would have been -2. Would it still have been a raise if that was a 10?
No.
But it still would have been a hit.
Well, actually, to be honest, I'm very confused there because it says you rolled a 12, but it's showing a combat track is showing a 16. So gang up bonus plus 4 equals 16. Yeah. So yes, it's still a hit with a raise.
Excellent stuff. Okay, I've put the 2 actions on for the second one, so I'm not going to have that problem again. This one is to actually damage him. So this
Yeah,
is
but you
when I
get to
pull
damage him.
out.
Technically, you get to damage him both times, so that's okay.
Well, that was specifically to grapple him.
Then you should have done rolled athletics against him to grapple rather than.
I'm just gonna. I'm just. What I'm trying to say was, from a narrative point of view, I don't. From a narrative, yeah, that's probably because Cease didn't exist on the combat track when we created him. On the narrative point of view, what you were doing was doing it, but I was going to say because it was so effective, I was just going to let you treat it as 2 attacks. Yes, Cease has got, according to the combat tracker, Cease has got 3 bennies.
Okay, well, if I was grappling him, that's what I would.
Oh, don't worry about that. Just do 2 damage rolls.
Interesting point of view. If anybody else grapples somebody, they can't attack them because their arms are. But they can. If you've got a bite attack, you can still bite.
Yeah, that's why I also assumed
holding his head up out of the way, and I'm going to whisper into his ear. Well, hiss into his ear. Remember me, Giggles.
And just slash him twice because it's. I always take it as a narrative description.
I don't think I need to.
But it's sort of irrelevant because I think she's going to yum him. It's going nom 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 nom.
She hasn't got bites, she's only got claws. For giggles, I was just going to roll the... do you want to do the second one for pure violence?
You know, it's actually more effective to push the chin down than to lift the chin up if you're slitting somebody's throat.
Well, that's what my first one is. My first hand is... Well, let's say that my first hand digs the claws in under his chin as I'm holding it up, so that's the damage of that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The second one, well, the first one was actually the second one, which is where it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there you go.
So you've done 8 wounds to him.
8 wounds.
Yeah.
He's bleeding out. He's bleeding out, so he's not dead. He's on the floor bleeding out.
I'm going to follow him down, kneeling on his back with my mouth to his ear, because I remember you. This is payback, you son of a bitch. You killed my kids.
Gastus.
Wow, he didn't kill me, but he sure came close. I guess you get the better fight. Yeah, it's okay.
Gastus will sort of just raise an eyebrow at what's just happened. I say, well, that was dramatic, and walk over here. And the children that seem to be still a little bit antagonistic.
Yes.
I
certainly not Melda, but yeah.
Yeah. Now, children, just hide somewhere. Can you tell me where Lamb is?
Wait a minute. Well, I can't work out. How do you get there? I'm going to have to work that out in a minute. Okay, so you got that, and that. And yes, would they know? He probably would. Yeah, they just point down. I'm going to say, for ease.
Down. Okay.
I'm just what I cannot work out.
He's underwater.
Well, no, if there is.
We're only 3 feet above the water here in this room.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting confused. Doesn't help that the map has rotated.
No, the out. That's we're at a lower level. That's a waterfall coming down to where I am from where the kids
Yes.
are up the top.
Yeah.
So I get the feeling that where, let's see, Lamb 2 and 5 is, if you go through there, there are doors underneath to go in on the bottom level to
No,
the...
No,
they're. This is what I couldn't work out, and this is what I remember thinking when I first made it, and I just realised I couldn't work out how the layout of this building works because it's got a lower level.
That's stairs up.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
is stairs up.
I've had enough of it. Shanks, shut up. Right.
There are
The
two
old tree is creaking,
floors.
decrepit building. There's 2 floors. There's a lower floor. This tree is perched at top. Stone walls extend almost all the way down to the river, leaving only a few. The floors of areas 13 and 14 are a little higher. Because it calls it a first floor and a lower floor. Floors
Okay.
It's
external
American. First floors are...
is the ground
we-
floor, and then the lower floor's the basement. I get that. Right? I could never work out.
Yeah,
I'd forgotten all.
No.
I'd forgotten all. The first floor is what in the UK we would call the ground floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember
So you did.
way back when I was making this adventure, I couldn't work out how you got to the lower floor because there aren't any stairs down on the map. So I'm just having to reread it because I remember this from the time. I forgot
Did we
all
use the
about it.
walkway that's around the outside?
No, because the walkway goes.
There
Ah,
are
Yes.
outside doors leading into that room, and that room leads to that room. And those rooms are all interconnected, so the outside ground
yes,
level
yes, yeah.
matches.
They point down and say, "You have to go through the boat."
Oh, clever. Hold of the boat.
That's what it is. So there's that. You remember that back alley? There's a back ramp that goes down, and then
Yes.
that's what it is. You go down to the boat. You have to go through the boat, and then because the lower level is up. Yes, so there is no way for this. The way you are now is in line with the lower level, I think.
Mhm.
As it. Well, in actual fact, no, it gets really weird. So it gets very confusing, and that's why I get very weird about it. So this area here is lower than. No, you can't go that way. This area.
Can I jump up over the wall?
No.
That would
Curses.
be a very, very long way down.
Can
Yes.
I? No, we're 3 feet. We're only 3 feet above.
I
the
don't
wall.
think you are. That's where I'm getting my confusion. I think it's 3 feet
No,
above
you're
the
not.
water. You're probably 30. This is where you need 3 dimensions. It doesn't help that the GM map and the player's map are rotated 90 degrees.
Ah.
Okay.
That really right. That does not help.
So, basically speaking, is you are high. I know I said 3 feet here, but I got me front and back muddled up. The back path starts at full above up on the because you remember you were perched high on an outcrop, so that you're perched up on an outcrop. That back alley starts and ends up down by the boat at 3 feet. So I'd say it's probably going. I'm going to argue for the pop toss now because I can't find the rules. It's a 30-foot drop to the boat.
30-foot drop to the boat.
I'm going to
Okay.
say.
Does the boat have a mast? Did we see if it had a mast or anything like that, and sails?
You're going to have to go round the long way.
You mean I can't? You mean I can't dive dramatically out the window?
No, because then I can't play test all the half this adventure.
Curse you!
We have to explore every nooks and crannies when we're playtesting. You don't understand this yet?
Plus, if you dive out that window, based on where I saw the front of the ship, you're going to dive onto the deck of the ship, and diving onto wood is not fun.
It should also be pointed out that things live in that river.
Yeah, well, that's why I was wanting to dive onto the boat. Anyway, I'll thank the children, then run up the stairs and go through that door to try and find a way out.
Yeah, and intruders don't go out through the window.
That would have been a wound.
I could have soaked that.
Onto rusty, poisonous spikes of instant incapacitation.
Rusty poisonous spikes of instant incapacitation. I like that.
Right. Well, now I've opened that door, I'll go through it, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay.
You're not going to let me finish my move through the door, then?
Yeah, I just wanted to put I just wanted to put the bad guy on there to kill, so I could kill you.
Okay. Curses, I shall say, and then I will put away my mango, draw a shuriken, and chuck it at him.
Actually, I don't need to dial him in because he's on hold because, of course, the alarm
He
was
looks like a
sounded.
Malfoy.
So as soon as you open the door, he will interrupt you.
Okay, but I'm on a joker, so he can't.
Curses.
I love how you're both ending up saying things to each other and ending up going curses.
Exactly.
Let's see if I
Curse
can
up.
get. Let's see if I can get the raise. No, never mind. I will spend a penny on that as well because I've got plenty of penny.
Oh, come on, be a 6. Yep. Okay, he takes a wound. It's his go. I need to cheat. Browse the deck. Combat deck will do. I come and give him Ace of Spades because no one's. There's been Joker dealt, so the deck's going to deal. So it's his go next. Spend a bit. I'll spend a penny to unshake him.
Where is this happening? Where have you lot gone to? To the next room.
I went up the stairs to the next room.
Well, I'm going to do the same then.
All right.
I have a feeling somebody's going to cast a spell on me first because he looks like a person that casts spells. But
He looks like a Malfoy to me.
Can put a smite on you if you want.
No, you can't. You can't see him.
We'll be in a second. I'm coming up them stairs.
Okay, I found another. Oh no, I know why I didn't. Because I couldn't. Yes, I know what I need to do. Yes.
Gonna grab a drink.
Yeah, please do. Okay. So, first thing he's going to do, add that. Okay, it is. Right. We help to put it in the right place. Go. That's a hit with a raise, I suspect. No, it won't be with a penalty, but it's still a ranged attack, so you get hit by acid. But it doesn't hurt you, so I might spend a penny because I'm feeling quite maliciously evil right now.
So what's new?
Okay,
you, sir. This was my best shirt. This is my only shirt.
I'm afraid it's dissolving. And with his second action, he reaches into a pouch, unstoppers a vial, and drinks it. Okay, the lambs. They're basically going to. Well, basically, I'm going to take. They are literally going to run and hide as per their directed instructions. I'll move it down to Sassafras while I delete them. Give it to you, Sassafras.
I don't like this muddy looking gnome.
Actually, I've got a sound effect for that. Not the gnome, the Yargan's attack, sorry. Didn't do anything. Oh well. Sometimes that's the only problem with the thingy. Anyway.
Oh, damn it.
First critical failure. Someone else can keep notes of critical failures. Okay, so Sassafras, basically, you slip on the fish that hit Hook. You slip on the fish that hit Hook Shanks in the face, and you are not. You fall flat on your back. You find yourself lying prone upon the floor.
Well, it's my wasted turn.
Giggle stabilizes.
I have a feeling that that's going to be stopped.
Yes, I think so too. But the point is, at the moment, Giggles stops bleeding and is lying incapacitated upon the floor.
It will not last.
Aki knowledge.
Oh dear. So this cat. I don't have to telekinesis Giggles again, do I? Can we not do coup de grace on him?
I'm kneeling on his back. He's bleeding in a puddle on the ground, and he's
Coup de
unconscious.
grace him then.
You're going to kill still, Giggles, are you?
No, I'm not. I don't need to.
No, the only reason I'm asking is because you were in the doorway. You saw Leia grab you from behind, and basically you heard what she said, so you know it's a personal thing. That's why I'm asking if you kill stealing. You get to there.
Do a run, see how far I can get on top of that.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a slight. There we go.
Yeah, it makes more sense because I'm kneeling on top of Giggles anyway.
Don't get me to like there.
Well, it was 8 inches from there to. It was 8 inches from there to there, and you rolled a 9, so that gets you to there.
Okay. Can I see Gustus and Bustus Musters?
You can actually.
Oh, I'm going to cast Smite on him then.
Can you see him?
I can.
Yes.
Well, then you can, can't you? It's simple as that. If you can see him, you can cast Smite upon him.
Cast Smite upon him. Do variations of Smite.
I do believe you're going to have to spend an extra power point for range.
Range smarts. Oh yeah, okay. What's my smarts?
6.
Not enough.
So you'll have to spend the extra power point for increased range, I'm afraid.
And which of my weapons are you casting it on? My rapier or my mango? Or are you going for an additional target on both? I'd like you to cast it on an additional target so both of them get it, but you know, I don't want to be greedy.
He's a dual wielder.
I'll cast it on both then, so that's going to be an extra point. So that's 2 extra points.
Yeah.
Do we want armor piercing?
I have a feeling I'm not going to need it, but that's up to you.
Okay, I won't bother with the armor piercing. Right, so I'm going to cast it on both of his and the raise determines how much damage it gets, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be 4 power points.
Over it.
Oh, yes, fail.
Look at that. No. Succeed.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, so that's the that is going to give him
the raise.
The +4 on 2 weapons, isn't it?
It is.
So what's the trapping for your smite then? What happens to my blades?
Vines with sharp barbed edges come out.
Cool.
He's a druid after
Fine
all.
idea.
If you spent 4 power points, did you put AP on it?
No,
Didn't put anything there.
No.
four
No,
power.
he did it on.
4 power points. 1 extra power point for range. 1 extra power point for additional casting. So he put it on 2 weapons at range. That's 4 power points.
Righty-o.
Nicely done. Okie dokie. I'm just going to move on to Volker unless Cece's doing something.
The
You need
cat
to
is
put that.
coming
You
now.
need to put smite effect on me.
I'll do it. Obviously, he doesn't want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I mean, how do I put it on 2 weapons?
Well, you don't have
just put
to.
it on and-
Right. So what
Just
you have to
means
do is you have to target him, and then all you do is you press the spite effect button like so. And that's it.
So the power, and away it goes.
Yeah.
There it goes.
It just means I don't have to remember to take the damage off on the one that wouldn't have had it if you'd only done it on 1 weapon.
Yeah.
Ah,
Just,
very
it just
cool.
makes
Right,
it
I'll
makes
remember
everyone's
that for
games
future
easier.
reference.
That's okay. No,
Yeah.
that's absolutely fine, sir. Volker.
No, it's not Volker. It's my cat's turn. You jump in the combat tracker. Just jump.
Yes, I
in.
am jumping the combat tracker.
The cat's turn.
Well, what's the cat doing? You didn't. I asked you. You ignored it.
I was doing it, then I was
You
trying to
can't-
do something, and then you
Can't
started
go
doing the
neglecting
spell.
his pussy.
Yeah, my poor pussy's dried up.
I can hit. What's your name, Mrs. Slocum?
So I was thinking about Mrs. Slocum Light now.
Okay, so what's Cease up to?
Right. He's coming up the stairs, I think.
I'm afraid that comment went straight over the head of Walker and Sassafras, didn't it? How Are You Being Served has ever been shown in America.
Well, for first
Yeah.
Sure,
level,
we're at our height. Most things go over our heads. So
And he can't see nothing there, so now he's passing to Vorka. Vorka, you'll go.
It wouldn't go over my head. My reflexes.
Actually, I need to give. I was give that was so good. So I forgot Aki there. See that joke that I liked that comment so much. I had to award all the small characters a Benny for that one. So there we go. Walker, sir.
all I can say
Okay.
is little
Well,
things
I
please,
don't.
little minds.
I heard him talking to somebody up there in that room. But I also know that they're fighting over there. Vorka is going to come over
He should
here.
so not still be giggling. Maybe
I just-
gurgling.
I just thought it'd be funny that he's giggling even though he's incapacitated. And it would annoy you more.
That's true. He's gurgling. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to climb up the poles and so forth, and climb up and over, if that's at all
Okay.
possible.
Yeah, be an athletics check and it counts 2 inches of movement. It's 10 feet.
Okay, I parkour up there very easily,
Okay. There you go.
and I will open this door and realize that there's nothing in there, so I'll go ahead and cut through. That will be Vorka's turn.
Thank you very much. Hookshanks we're on to now. Okay, Hookshanks is no longer blinded by the fish. I'm afraid to say that he's quite an unpleasant fellow. Hookshanks is missing his special effects. Hookshanks is missing his sound effects. I need to sort that one out in future. But for now,
They're Pathfinder sounds on Sirenscape, are they?
this is actually all. This is all from the curse. This is actually from Edge of Anger. They've done the whole curse of the Crimson Throne. So these are the actual proper sound effects, which is why all the NPCs are voiced, and I don't have to voice them. Anyway, Hookshanks is going to perform 2 actions. First action is he's going to attack Thaddeus. Thaddeus parries it with efficiency. Then he spins round and stabs downwards into the prone Sassafras. Causing a wound upon Sassafras, unless you can roll desperately to the side to avoid the
Well, that's a
blow.
gnomish trick, striking at somebody who's already down.
You'll find you dodge the downward slash
At the
of the
same
kukri.
time, I'm desperately checking one of my pouches to make sure I didn't break anything.
Absolutely fine. So your conviction's about to expire, but if you need to remember to maintain it before the end of the turn if you wish to. Likewise, if you want to perform a finishing move upon Giggles, it's automatic, of course. You don't have to roll anything.
I intend to dig my claws into his neck and rip out his windpipe and fling it across the room.
Don't
Okey
Isn't
like
dokey.
that lovely?
Mhm.
That's the end of Giggles. Where's Giggles?
And I am going to keep my conviction going. I've got lots of bennies, so I will throw one on that. I'll see if I do that. It works. Would that-
It probably won't because I unfortunately just clicked the button by mistake. So
It's all
yeah,
right.
there you
I'll
go.
chuck it there.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thanks, fine. Thank you very much. Obviously, you can now move if you wish to. You
I
can
think
hear
I'm
sounds of combat coming in from that direction, and you can also hear sounds of combat
Okay.
coming from that direction.
When you pointed to the first direction, did you mean upstairs?
Yes, up those
Right,
sets
okay.
of. You can go up that set of stairs or back up the set of stairs you just came down.
I think I will go this way.
I deliberately wasn't accepting your move until you were finished. I can't remember what you.
I have finished because I don't think I'd be running after that because I think it would take me a moment to compose myself after doing what I just did.
That's absolutely fine. I just wanted to check because I always make a mistake clicking too soon, so I'm trying to be more patient.
You don't want to be premature.
Indeed.
no
Premature
one's ever
clicking
happy
is
with premature.
premature clicking is a well accepted problem.
Indeed.
You can take
Yeah.
blue tablets though.
Apparently.
Yes.
It's a Logitech blue tablet. It's a new type of mouse.
That is.
Reread all these descriptions and work it out.
I'm personally reading Mrs. Slocum quotes.
Oh, it's a new campaign. This is not set up, is it?
Not set up.
My toolbar. Right.
My
Okay.
personal favourite is, can we get on? I've got to get home. If my pussy isn't attended to by 8 o'clock, I shall be stroking it for the rest of the evening. Okay, I'm shutting up now.
I can't believe they got away with all that. I really can't believe they got away with that pre-watershed.
Brilliant.
It with rays. It with the rays. Wound upon Hookshanks, who still has quite a few bennies, so I'm going to spend one.
Mwah, GM spent a penny.
Indeed. New round. Okay, the lambs. I'm going to put them on hold because they don't need to be dealt in anymore. That gets us to Vorka. Who's going to open this door? I imagine.
Okay, Vorka will step forward and open this next door. Open this next door. There it goes.
So you're on the first floor. Telephones, gents' ready-made suits, shirts, socks, ties, hats, underwear, and shoes.
I'm free.
Going up.
Oh, it's a dog. I remember Blue.
Goblins don't like dogs, do they?
No.
They don't. Goblins really don't like dogs.
So I will step on over and give him a chop.
Okay, there you go. First adventure, and we've managed to trigger 3 separate encounters in 3 different places.
Four encounters.
4 encounters in different places. Split the party.
I suppose the advantage is it does get me to play. You get to play test everything quicker. That's the point, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Where is blue on the combat tracker? Blue is on the 5 of hearts. Okay.
Okay. I will try and Benny that. I don't want to miss. This is my arch enemy.
Ew,
Yeah, we'll start with that.
that was very graphic sound effect.
Wasn't it though? I loved it. It was perfect. No, you're still going to take a wound. I'm sorry.
Who takes the wound?
Blue, and
That's
thanks to you, he will die.
Yeah, Sassafras is not happy laying here on the floor, so she's going to centering on herself and using selective. She's going to hit him with a havoc. Oh no, we can do better than that. And we've got tons of bennies. Yeah, strength at -2, so we don't see how far we throw him back.
Please fly south.
And he's just.
it was censored on you, censored on Sassafras. Censored on Sassafras, he's hitting you in the face.
No, it would blow away from him. He would blow away from me from where he is.
Right, away from you and into Thaddeus.
Yeah,
Right,
because
right
it's
there,
censored on you.
approximately.
So he flies through. He flies in that direction.
Yep, right into Thaddeus, and Thaddeus can deal with him.
Right, strength. But it doesn't really matter because basically he's going to hit Thaddeus. So that's hang on, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Yeah. Very weird.
If only you could Benny for direction.
Okay, so he takes 4 points of damage. Thaddeus takes 7. Obviously, you absorb Hookshanks basically hits you, which obviously sends you backwards, tumbling into the door frame, and you basically really bonk yourself on the back of the head.
Now, does he blow far enough away from me where I can roll away? I don't want to try to get to my feet yet. I just want to roll away.
3 6s was that?
No. Well, I mean, I'm gonna say you basically. I am just gonna say, Thaddeus and Hookshanks are prone. They
I'll
smacked
take
into each other.
together.
Yeah.
I'll take that, and I'm gonna roll away a few feet and get to my feet.
Okie dokie. You are no longer prone.
Okay, we're good.
I don't know if the one shot played. When I thought I had a sound effect for when you hurt blue, but I don't think it played. I'm just going to try and just try it again to see what happens. Yeah, there you go. That's what was meant to happen when you hit blue. Anyway, Gustus, you are no longer shaken.
Okay,
Although
well,
there is a hole burnt into your shirt.
I know, and it's my only one, and I'm really annoyed by that. So I will step forwards, and I will slash out with both of my blades.
Okie dokie. A hit. What?
Or maybe I will save my second attack for when I've run outside.
You got a fight going in every single room right now. That's terrible.
Do as your body will told.
Well, if he's going to be like that, I shall just have to get him with my second weapon as well then. Oh, we can't be having that.
That's better.
Gadrin is not going to be happy about this.
I don't really care what Gadrin thinks about it. Now shut up.
Gonna save that potion. Oh! 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 Ho, ho! No, still not enough. Down he goes.
He's knocked out, which is actually fine. I will then head out the door. I can't. There we go.
Obviously, it was locked, but obviously from the inside you can unlock it.
Yeah.
I need you to make an athletics check, please.
You do you? Oh dear.
Back alley's very slippery.
I see.
Okay, so that door, here we go. The door to area A6 is kept locked. The boardwalk is about 13 feet above the water as it winds along the building's south wall, but slopes downwards as it slopes downwards as it approaches the ship to the east, where it stands about 10 feet above the water. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You don't slip or slide. That's absolutely fine. Okay. How many is next? Shut up about the update. Becky, what are you up to? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you put movement on. I apologise.
I forgive you. What is Gastus doing out there?
He's going to find Gadrin Lamb.
Yeah.
I'm going to find Gadrin Lamb, and when I get to him, I am going to go up to him and I'm going to say, "Hello, my name is Gastus Lentinius. You killed my brother. Prepare to die."
Yep, you get to there, Aki. There's a
As far
body
as I
in
can
this
tell,
room. There's a body in this room.
I might go and have a look at the body. But,
Next turn, yeah. Okie dokie. What's Cease up to?
Cease is going to go into.
He's going to lick the blood.
Cease is going to lick the blood.
No, he doesn't do that kind of thing. He's not that kind of cat. He's a vegetarian.
What?
No, he's not really. Who's made a notice roll? Cease.
Yeah, didn't notice anything. He was looking for a mouse. Didn't see it. Didn't spot one. A rat, I should say.
Blue's
Hey, Blue remains shit. Well, I can't have that. Spend my last penny. Blue unshakes. And then will wildly completely fail to wildly attack Goblin. It doesn't critically fail. And therefore can't run away like I was intending. Not shortcut not working. It's very annoying. Okay, Hootshanks picks himself up off the ground. Thaddeus is prone. I think we're going to have two actions again. It worked rather well last time. Going to slice at the prone Thaddeus. Missing. And then step forwards towards Tussenfrax. Thaddeus wants to do something. I know he's prone at the moment, but
Free attack, free attack.
Evidently not.
Thaddeus.
Yeah, is there a free attack? Because he's moved away.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on.
I take it
Does it-
that's a yes.
It is a yes. Yeah, he was hinting for you and you didn't listen.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to cut his hamstrings. He flies.
Okay. As he steps away and fails. This might be why you completely failed to hit Sassafras, because you hit him from behind.
Oh, I'm going to bend the sugar out of that.
Treacle. Bending the treacle out of it.
Oh, come on!
Blow the dice first.
Oh, right, I give up. Boom.
Okay, Leia. Okay, as you look up the as you come up the stairs, obviously, basically, as you look up the stairs, you can see Thaddeus is sort of half lying through the doorway, but then he slashed at something with the short sword and then cursed a lot.
You have it under control, Thaddeus. Okay, silence came the response. Is Thaddeus down?
He's prone.
No, he's prone.
He's prone. He got hit. He got hit in the torso by a flying gnome.
That's a frag. Knocked me over.
Mm.
Okay, if that's the reply, then I shall.
Get in here and eat this guy.
Okay, you go
Okay.
bounding up the stairs, leap over Thaddeus, which will get you. That's 6 inches to there. So after that, you've still got 7 inches of movement if you want to use it. You don't need to technically.
No, but if I take him down with this, I'll carry on my movement through him. If I don't, then I'll stay put. But as my conviction is still on, and I will be keeping it going again. And I so love my new claws, they're amazing.
Oh my god. That's a hit with a raise.
Your wish is my command, Thaddeus.
Shanks is lost Benny. Okay, Hookshanks takes 2 wounds there. He's very unhappy about that.
Does he go down or is he still up?
He doesn't go down.
Okay, then I shall stay put. And I will give you a Benny to keep my convection going until next turn. There you go.
You can move to the other side of him, though.
Yeah, if I can manage to get past in my attack, I will get to there, so I'm not blocking.
Adios. Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Can't attack people. You should be able to just leap right over him.
Okay, Thaddeus, you're up, sir.
Right, I will get up. 3 inches of movement to there.
There. Intrigued. Yeah, moved.
Has it moved?
You haven't even
Moved
got
on my screen.
Not moved
There
on
we
my
are.
screen. There you go. So I will move to there. Yeah, let's save the power points. Miss.
Put Hookshanks down. You'll be getting new bennies next week. So spend them if you want. Okie dokie. Is that the end? That's the end of round 4. My word. Round 5 begins with Aki going first.
got to there. Yeah. Okay, so Volker's beating up Blue.
Yes. Okay, you fire your sling at Blue. It hits. It's in the Blue.
You're a cat. You can't be. Can't
No,
be.
Appalling that the scrawny little gnome is the one that's still on his feet.
It's the end of Blue.
And then I'm going to start having a look at Yagrin Ballbag's corpse, I suppose.
He's not a corpse, is he?
He's not a corpse. He's still breathing. He's lying on the floor unconscious in a pool of blood.
Do we want him or do we not want him?
Would we want him?
He's well, if you ask Vorka that, I think the answer would most certainly be no.
I mean, I don't have any particular like for this either. Do I know Yagrin from when I was little?
You were here as well. Oh yeah, I forgot. No.
Yeah, so he's a scumbag. So I mean, I've got a sickle and I'll just finish him off.
Okay, that's the end of Yagwin. Make a notice check. Okay, thank you. I shall put all of Yagwin's gear into the party sheet.
Now, see, if Gustus saw you doing that, he'd actually probably be pissed off because he'd want to take them to hand over to the guard. But I'm slightly focused on finding Gadrin Lamb at the moment.
And then I will pass my turn to Catty Wetty, and Catty Wetty is gonna. Oh, okay. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna tell Walker about that. But where's my cat gone?
You're standing on him.
Oh.
There's your cat. Move it there for you. There you go.
I don't think we've got anything to do now. The cat is going to stick with me, so it's Thaddeus.
I'll put the cat there then. Thaddeus is Thaddeus Wild Soul. He puts Hookshanks down. We can end the fight on time. Hurrah!
Hurrah!
With 3 minutes remaining.
With 3 minutes
Unheard
remaining.
of.
Casting
I'm just going to put him. I'm going to put him down, but I'm going to make him easy prey. Yes, just I'm going to cast stun on him.
Any modifiers?
Well, we're near the end, so let's make him tired as well. Let's give him fatigue as well.
Stun with fatigue, eh?
Stun with fatigue. Stunned. And you have to add the fatigue.
Indeed. No, stun's missing.
So I've added stun. We'll put it this way, he's permanently distracted, so he's going to have a hard time recovering from it.
Right, well, it's a vigor check to is this the stun? Which I think he's going to make. Yep. Wounds.
Pinnacle really do not make very good maps today.
This isn't a Pinnacle map.
No, I'm not talking about this map. I'm talking about Pinnacle maps.
Pinnacle maps.
Yes.
These are the old Piazzo maps and the wherever.
Yeah, good maps. Yeah.
Hand drawn. The last campaign they were done in 1980 odd. So I mean, with pen. Yeah.
Oh, I think he might have hit the cat. No, look at that. He rolled a 0 to hit the cat. It's desperation you see on the gnomes.
A -7. Oh,
Okay, right.
Not that I want him to be any better off, but why is he prone? Wouldn't he have stood up?
Would have done, but it wouldn't make any difference, would it, on those rolls?
No, it wouldn't have made any difference. I just...
After doing all that, after doing all of that, he throws the cookeries on the ground and goes, "Please don't kill me." That's where we'll leave it.
Shanks is permanently vulnerable as well.
Why?
Because he's been cackled at.
Didn't declare it, so.
But it's already, the cackle's on for so long as I keep cackling. It's
a limited free action. It's a limited free action. It's a limited free action, which means you do have to declare you're doing it. Or is it you have to maintain it? I didn't. Is it a case of?
Oh yeah, so long as I keep laughing at somebody, their
which
conditions.
does mean if you do any other limited actions, you have to stop cackling.
Yeah. Actually, no, it's just a free action. It's not a limited free action, so it's just a free action.
It's a free action. Oh.
But you do. It's still a free action, so you do technically have to mention you're doing it. Otherwise, I won't know to add it on. Okay.
And if you speak, you'll have stopped cackling.
Yes. Anyway, he throws down. At this point, he throws down his cookery on the ground and begs for you not to kill him. And that's where we shall leave it today.
I don't get my turn because I was going to bash him anyway.
Oh, good then. Sorry, I didn't realise I missed out the Vorka and Thingy. I do apologise. Sorry. We won't leave it there today. Shutting up.
I found a trap door.
Oh, from that trap door.
There's something down.
Get away from that trap door.
I realised the render screams Hookshanks. Vorka. You can hear.
Yeah, you
noise.
may have screamed you're surrendering. Oops, forgot to open that, didn't I?
Did. Let's open the door and move you through. You clap the. Oh, for crying out.
You stop.
Open the door. There we go.
Hey, you may have surrendered, but I tried to get you to stop when you were beating me. So guess what?
Fair enough. Go for it.
Is the worst orphanage in the world.
6 gets you to there. Woo.
Well,
Okay.
I might not be going to there because did I hear Aki say he'd found a trapdoor?
Okay, let's just check.
I found a trapdoor.
That's what I was about to do. I was just changing tabs. I did.
I wanted you to go through the map because otherwise there's no reason.
Where is the trapdoor?
Just by my feet, underneath the body of Blood Splat.
In which case, if I can open the trapdoor, I will open it and drop down through.
There we end it.
Well, we've got Gastus and we've got to get Leia an entrant.
Is he not dead yet?
He is.
Finish him off. Cut his throat there.
He is bleeding out. He's bleeding out at the moment, is the point I'm trying to make.
That means he needs to open his arteries a little bit more, just to let a bit more blood come out a bit quicker.
You just say finishing move, and that's all you need to do if you want to. It looks like
He's not dead. He's dying, but he might stabilize.
Vorka, Sassafras, and Thaddeus are right in the room with him. Leia's obviously off on her mission to find Ewoks.
Okie dokie. Well, that's a good spot to leave it then. Where's the party sheet gone?
I take it. I take it. Yeah, I take it. Me dropping through the trapdoor would cause problems then.
I'm not doing. I'm not opening up another map right now. No.
Right. Okay.
We know it's there.
That's where you've moved back into the room, and
It's such a shame because I really wanted to play my adventure card.
one of the floorboards behind the chair, northeastern corner, is in fact a cunningly hidden trapdoor, and eventually makes a notice check spots it. The door is, yeah. Well, you try to open it and it doesn't move. That's why I'm leaving it there.
Ah,
Door is obviously barred from the other side. But we shall leave it there.
That's why I didn't do it. Please maintain my conviction. Thank you.
Okie dokie. Right. Leave it there. If anyone wants to use their bennies to recharge, now's the time to do it.
I think I already did mine.
We have
Well,
done it.
I hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit stop-starty, as a new campaign always is, and I've already got a page full of bugs to fix, so it's all good.
I can't believe you made so many bugs.
We do like to keep you busy.
Yeah, I've sent a
They
DM
are
to-
not. When I call them bugs, there's a difference between adapting it and then when you run it, you realise there's things you could do to make it work better. That's what I'm doing here.
Yes,
This
I
is-
know. I do that all the time with rifts. I'm always finding things I could have done better. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
we've
the
got-
advantage of this. So
The Harrowed card is throwing little errors all over the place.
it is well. You players, I didn't see any.
Yeah, they
I
are.
didn't see any either.
anything.
No.
It's just
Right,
you.
it's like I'm so used to closing consoles that I just.
I know, but if you do
What
use another
part now?
card now, I'll see if I can catch the third console.
Are you in test mode?
No.
Version are you on? That's interesting.
We should all be on 444 now, shouldn't we?
On 712's 5.9, core 6.0, and SFLP. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder what that was, that shortcut, the version there. Must be some text somewhere in the rule set. You want another card on the Harry deck?
Go on,
Reset.
chuck with it.
Yeah, I've got an error.
Oh, I've
Right,
got errors
got it.
now.
Yeah,
Right,
got one this time.
them. So,
Manager
Anchor
Lure
static height
211.
ignored
Attempt to
before
index
control.
up.
see, wasn't that nicely predicted? There you go. So, I told you it would throw an error. So,
Well, at the end of the day, you got to bear in mind this is a D20 Pathfinder extension and module that Moon Wizard hacked to make it work in Slade, and wasn't causing console errors when I was testing it earlier today, which is interesting.
No.
So I wasn't getting any errors when I tested it earlier today, so that's very strange.
It infected us.
We get 4 advances now.
Hmm.
I have to
Marvelous.
say, Kev, out of all the campaigns I've started with you, this one feels the most promising at a beginning point. It feels a full world rather than disjointed.
Well, I think the sound effects definitely make a difference. I think, don't you? I think.
Well, that helps. Yes, absolutely. Very much more immersive.
Yeah, seeing
Yeah,
as
and I really
if
like
you remember
the
to look
voicing of those notes. That was kind of cool.
yeah, no, believe me, this is the point. I mean, for an awful lot of the adventure, I don't need to. As I say, I don't need to talk because with the sound pack, the NPCs will do it all for me. The only problem is you can't. The only downside is you can't interrupt them, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
I guess that.
Right. I wanted to get to Gator and Dam to play that. I'm not going to be able to, but go.
Yeah, I knew you would love that card when you handed me the other.
I've only one thing to say, really.
I wonder if I could play that one
Quack.
for all these kids we just rescued.
Hey, you're not allowed to giggle. I killed you. No, seriously, I killed you.
That's press once everybody, Hookshanks is down, would start questioning those.
Actually, that card makes a difference because that's Baker Street irregulars now, isn't it?
I will allow the folk hero. Yes. I will allow the
And
folk hero.
Sassafras is questioning these kids because obviously none of them are Jakal. She would have recognized him, but she's trying to find out if any of them know him.
Now then, you must move quickly. Gadrin may well uproot and shift to a new hideout if you wait too long to confront him.
She's very. The voice acting on her character is very good. I have to be honest. Anyway, we shall leave it there. I enjoyed it. Hope you did too. Next time,